What was that moment? You decided कि no ever business करे.
One of my friends said that OSFC is giving loans, we'll take Trawlers. The total sanction was 3,75,000.
At a time when a government salary was 370 rupees. How did the business grow?
I started with one Japanese company, Mitsui and Company. With this Japanese help, Delhi has given me a license for production of color TV. Konarko TV is a government company.
So the government thought you as a competition. How are you now getting into real estate?
I don't know why we got into real estate. So
People think real estate developers are land mafia, but I call Aditya land mafia. 99 cyclone affected you?
all the cargo gets destroyed.
It's a high risk business. All big players have gone.
Textile had been shut down. TV had been shut down.
His total loss is more than 100 crore.
Foodie ଖାଉଛନ୍ତି ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱରରେ or your good favorite places?
ଆମ ବେଳେ କୌଣସି ହୋଟେଲ ନଥିଲା ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର ରାଜମହଲ ଗୋଟେ ହୋଟେଲ ଥିଲା ଏଠି ଇଟିଂ ପ୍ଲେସେସ୍ ଥିଲା ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର କ୍ଲବ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଓଭରଏ
You like Mayram also?
No, I'm a Gopalakshmi guy.
Gopalakshmi, Gajalakshmi.
No, Gajalakshmi is overrated now.
What made you leave your job in US and come to Bhubaneswar?
BJP ର ଭଲ slogan ବି ଥିଲା କି India shining. So that appealed to me a lot more than a 9 to 5 or a 9 to 9 job at a Goldman Sachs or something.
ଆଉ ସବୁଠୁ ବେଷ୍ଟ ସ୍ଲୋଗାନ ହେଲା ଲଗେଇ ରହ ମୁନା ଭାଇ
Welcome everyone to another new episode of this podcast. I am so happy with the response and the views, the comments, the subscribes and the likes we are getting. It just motivates us to do many episodes like this. Thanks a lot to everyone who's been part of this journey. Ajira amo guest hele Shri Amarendra Dash au tanko puo Shri Aditya Dash. Amarendra Dash ko company Suryo Udyog, one of the first IPOs thila Bhubaneswar ro, or maybe I say Odisha ro. They had pioneered the seafood industry back in the 80s and 90s, and their journey, trust me, I know them before this podcast, is inspiration to each and every one. So let's start.
We have got a 450 kilometer coastline. Basically, it has started from the sea. So 480 kilometer coastline means your trawling was the main thing, fishing.
Yeah.
So usually trawlers were built in Kerala those days. I'm talking 76.
So how do you used to get trawlers?
So I resigned from Government of India and applied to the Odisha State Financial Corporation.
Okay.
Those days I applied for one trawler. So I was transferred from Shillong to Bhubaneswar to give direct dialing. I was working post in telegraph, Government of India. After my BTech or whatever it was, BSc engineering those days. I have passed out my engineering from Bulla Engineering College. UC Bulla those days.
So you're born and brought up Bhubaneswar, Sambalpur, Baleswar?
Only for my education. Bhubaneswar, I am from 1959, you can say. My father was a government servant.
कौन करथले बापा?
He was an assistant engineer here for 16-20 years. Then he was transferred to Baleswar before retirement.
What happened after Shillong?
It is my education. After engineering, I was looking after a job. I got in post in telegraph. I joined my training for 9 months. First posting was in Calcutta, 54 Belgachia. Exchange that I have installed. Those days, direct dialing facilities also were not there. Then I was posted in Shillong.
This is 65, 64.
It will be, now this is 74. Basically, I'm a mechanical engineer, but I recruited for electronics, I don't know how.
आज भी से हो. Everyone is going into IT.
After time, then we are following a post and telegraph department was following a crossbar technology we are calling, those boxes on the rack you put up in the exchanges. Then Calcutta, it was emergency time, troublesome days. I had some rough time there also.
During the emergency.
Then I requested, they posted me at Shillong. That was a nice place. That time, that was the capital of Guwahati. Guwahati was not separate.
Capital of Assam.
Capital of Assam. Guwahati came later. Shillong was the capital of Assam. Then Meghalaya and Assam took place. So So to be very frank, I learned my golfing there. When I was not married, I was a bachelor.
The whole motive of this podcast is to motivate those young people who wants to take this leap of faith कि आमे job करचु but आमे भुवनेश्वर जाइकी कि ओडिशा जाइकी किसी business करिया चाहूँचु. We want to come back and do business. So, I wanted to ask कि what was that moment? सेटा कौन हिला कि you decided कि नहीं ही गला ମୁଁ ଏବେ ଜବ୍ କରିପାରିବିନି ମୁଁ ଏବେ ବିଜନେସ୍ କରିବି.
Usually, the technician, inspectors in telephone department those days, they are the subordinates, and some people are from UP, some people are listing that thing. So Meghalaya was a very nice place. It's a matrimonial society. Anyway, sorry, I don't got married there. So when Nandini Sathpathy was the chief minister here, Government of India decided to have a direct dialing facilities from Bhubaneswar to Calcutta and Calcutta to Bhubaneswar. So I got the instruction, really go and you install. This time that PNT Bhavan was ready. My office was in the second floor in Bhubaneswar. My room rather say. So there was a guest house there also. I didn't take a post and telegraph housing they have got in unit for. I didn't take the quarters, I'll stay in the guest house.
So maybe for the viewers who are always hooked up on the phone and don't know what is direct dialing facility.
The girls will connect you, put the car.
I mean to say it was 1970s, late 70s when the direct dialing from Bhubaneswar to Calcutta started.
76 it started.
76.
Everything was installed.
Odisha always got stepmotherly treatment.
I installed direct dialing from Cuttack, Bhubaneswar and Berhampur. 3 exchanges during my tenure.
Oh, apno setup kole sina.
So Cuttack I was going to Cuttack, I was going to Berhampur. Cuttack there is a, that near my uncle's house there is a post and telegraph, telephone bhavan they say. So there is also a guest house in the upstairs. Always exchanges, upstairs is the guest house. Those days I was under the installation. When my job was go, install, finish, again next. So I knew that I finished by 76, all the 77, 76 during that period. Suddenly I found some people, my friends, one of my friends who was studying with me, he was working in Hindustan Motor Uttar Pada. He said that let us go and this new OSFC is giving loans. We'll take Trawlers. Then another advocate general son, he was working in State Bank. He said, let us go into 76, and there was from RBI, one Swaminathan was in charge of OSFC.
OFS was?
Odisha State Financial Corporation. The office was at Cuttack.
So all industries units में
they don't give the finance. So those who are engineers and technical degrees holder.
तांगो preference थेला.
The margin money used to be
Collateral requirements.
That collateral security is not required. Trawler will be mortgage.
So now 2 questions. What motivated you? And secondly,
then I got married. Then I did not. Then immediately government gave me a quarter. So I started staying in Unit 4, government quarters. So every day those days, hardly 10 or 12 cars or vehicles were there in Bhubaneswar. So we husband and wife used to go have a cinema in the Ravi Takis. Come back, have a role here from Kuku Kapur.
Casino rules.
Those are the entertainment those days. Okay, this is every month by the by 25th, I saw no money in the pocket.
कितने salary थिला सेते बेड़े, if you don't mind asking?
Those were the salaries. Those were 375 is a big salary. Even ISFC they start like that. Those days. Your dollar was also only 7 rupees. Oh, then I said, let me go for business. So I had given a bond to Government of India because they had given me training for 9 months. So that bond was for 5 years. Okay. I had completed only 3 years. Then I wrote my boss to Delhi, director, post and telegraph. After the sanction, I went to OSFC, I gave the application. Then the managing director was asking me, are you serious? We are resigning from Government of India job and they will take a fishing term. I am serious.
The classic question.
Classic question.
मैंने central government से तभी.
मैंने government job टा छाड़ी की कहीं की business कर चुका.
What's wrong with it? And you say you are married. Yes. So
Garinani was also born, no? You had a
no,
daughter.
he was not born. He was not born. 76 was just after that maybe. He said, then why have you applied for one? You take two. Two trawlers those days, the total sanction was 3,75,000. I remember the figure.
3,75,000
only.
at a time when the government salary was 370 rupees.
Then your margin money come 25%.
Yeah.
So 20% you have to give. I didn't have the money. I say whatever provident fund, ESI or disturbance allowance in Nagaland and Shillong, those areas I was working, so disturbance allowance there, winter allowances. And from emergency time, they were deducting from the pay compulsory deposit account. Provident बोले कितना हुआ मिलके? You have written a bond, everything will be adjusted towards that, my boss. Then I have to borrow from my elder brother 2,000 rupees to deposit in government to get a relief order. Then the order was placed in Kerala, Koilan. I don't remember the boat, we are calling 30 feet trawlers. So I stayed in a hotel there. Asked that company that you give me a job, I'm a mechanical engineer, your skill layout, I can be help. How much you can give me a salary? Because I know that that building the trawlers itself will take minimum 6 months. And even if my wife was staying with her, my father-in-law, I have to send some money. So he said, yes. So what are you getting in the government? He said, I'll give you 600, 700. Oh, very good.
Wow.
Then I calculated what is the hotel expenses. And Malayali, they eat non-veg with coconut oil. Everything is in coconut oil, I remember. It was a torture. So I started working. So then I recruited the staff from Kerala only. So all Malayali staff. So that is Arabian Sea, this is Bay of Bengal. So I recruited some 15 people. Let us go by water. Straight from Quilon to Paradip.
Oh, okay. From Kochi.
But why water to save money on transport or?
So how the trawler will come? It will come by sea only. The sea is going, why should I spend money on my traveling? And I wanted to learn also how the staff works, how they eat inside the sea.
You left your government job, stayed 6 months in Kerala, built the boat, and then also did side jobs, and then decided to come via trawler from Kerala to by sea to
From Arabian Sea to Bay of Bengal.
Yeah. And how was the voyage? I will take 2 minutes of
That
how
was
the
the
voyage?
first voyage, you know. So I thought that I'll be falling sick or something. And usually these trawler speeds are not like your highway. Mid-sea is a calm. And what the waves you see, it is in the shore only. Unless it is a cyclone or...
So how many stops and where was
I
the
only
stop?
stopped once at Rameswaram. Did that Vivekananda, that meditation center. Stayed in a hotel. Staff stayed somewhere. Staff stay in the hotel because we have got a stove house, kitchen, this, that. Whatever fish they catch, the fresh they make it fillet. Put it with tamarind water with then the stove house. That red rice you have seen, Kerala rice. Those rice and fish curry. They call me Maulai. Maulai means Malik in Malayalam. So I started trying to learn their language.
So Rameshwaram to direct Paradip. Kitne time lagila?
I think 1.5 days.
We have an inspiration. Just 76 re jauthile Rameshwaram and Kerala via sea. We should do it sometime from Bhubaneswar to Rameshwaram via the sea.
I've done it via road though.
Road, everybody. This is more adventurous.
Then I stayed in Paradip. So my family was still missing. Anyway, they were with Gora Pakha Pakhita.
Unit 4 re road.
Near the house we live, so Aja's ghar sethi thila.
No, I didn't have a house those days.
So kaun hela tapre Paradip when you reached by boat? Kaun hela?
Paradip, when I reached, then I saw it was not a fishing harbor those days. Hardly some 40, 50 people. And ITC was running maximum trawlers those days.
ITC run korthula.
ITC, Union Carbide, Hindustan Lever. So they are fiberglass boats. And
You had the wooden boats.
Aina boats. That wood is called Aina. In Kerala, they call it Aina wood. Those days, a Bajaj scooter was costing nearly 3,700 or something. New Bajaj scooter.
Eta 3 lakh taka. 1.5 lakh.
First 2 catch, I got really bumper catch. Those days we are mainly selling to ITC. ITC one Mr. Hajari was there, who is elder brother was Reserve Bank Governor. Hajari was chief of, there was processing unit only in Puri. That Ladu Patra factory they had taken. Nobody was exporting. The company was giving money to make the factory because they didn't want to handle the labor problem. We were too many those days.
And especially in Bhubaneswar, because Bhubaneswar ro sabbe Bengal ro affected thila. And
But Bhubaneswar trawler, we first started trawler business in Paradip. So nearly
Paradip bhi bahut communist involved thila.
a lot of communists and Nishamni Khuntia and all those people. Satakaya it was a real hardship. By scooter I used to go from Bhubaneswar to
But that would take you kete ghanta nautla.
I was going at a very high speed, maybe within 1.5 hours I was reaching.
No,
I'm telling you.
Ajikali 2 ghanta laguchi.
90 minutes.
हाँ,
Maximum 90 minutes. From Cuttack, hardly it will take 1 hour.
I mean, no traffic, we have to account for that.
There was no traffic, nothing.
So daily up down korthile ki weekly?
When I am the boys, I don't come for 6 days, 7 days. So samudra सबुठु life route experience होला मोर जहाँ vomiting हुए नहीं कहीं से तो वेब अनुसार एमती हुए ना so ये बेंच सब पड़ता है 2.5 feet or 6 feet से थ्रे सोया को so you get habituated that it is swinging when they lift the net from the ground it is 500-meter depth that winches big winches are there
Se manually se
no everything automatic it will when they drop the nets to the sea bottom रे तलू ड्रैग करा जाए कोस्ट रू 2 किलोमीटर दूर देखिए 4 किलोमीटर मिड सी you will see a lot of the sharks and dolphins. Odisha coast is full of dolphins and sharks, dangerous sharks also. Because I have done fishing from Paradip coast as well as Gopalpur also. Gopalpur is totally transparent, pura clean water. You can see the sharks are chasing the fish, everything.
तो इनिशियली जब आपने कहिले कि बिग कैच होतला सो व्हाट डू वी से बिग कैच कि को प्रकार रो माछ थिला सब
सेतबेले एक्सपोर्टर्स वर ओनली आईटीसी अनदर इज हिंदुस्तान लिवर अनदर ब्रिटानिया वाज टेकिंग इट टू कलकत्ता एंड प्रोसेसिंग इट आईटीसी वाज डूइंग इट हियर तनो सेथिरे से हमर मेन हला जे छोटो ट्रॉलर हले हम जाउथलु मॉर्निंग 4 o'clock जाउथलु 6 o'clock फेरी आसतु से समुद्र पूरा माने आम इंग्लीश कह पड़ुची भर्जिन था इट वाज नॉट एक्सप्लॉयटेड यू कैन से 20-30 भेराइटीज फिश पड़ती ता भीतर गोटे गोटे छोट शार्क भी थे टर्टल भी थे तापर आपणकर जिते रकम फिश आपन से जो भेक्टी टाइप रो तेलिया ताऊ कहती रेड स्नैपर
तो शॉटिंग टा सीधी बोट रे ही जाउथला
बोट रे ही जाय कि
माने जहां दरकार नहीं यू यूज्ड टू लीव
prawn will be kept under the ice the ice is only for 7 days or 6 days or 2-3 days prawn cost was that time we are selling to ITC I remember 37-50 rupees maximum 56 rupees per kg today it is 600 rupees per kg
But 50 rupees in late 70s, जब कहारो government employee रो salary was 400, like 8 kg of prawn was the salary of a government officer. So, माने prawns were really expensive.
Oh, so everybody was making good money. Everybody was making good money. Those who were the finance, because she was virgin. It was not exploited. So first to 1-2 years, everybody made money.
So it was basically for prawn, bhekti and fishes.
Other fishes, the
Red snapper,
some people, red
pomfret.
snappers, some they.
Prawn mostly.
I think some middlemen they take it to Calcutta. Then some other fishes they go for dry fish. Dry fish also was exported to Korea and China those days. Only shear fish is another big fish. It was exported to USA those days. We were also exporting.
How did the business grow up to the time ki IPO ta asila?
We learned it from we saw these multinationals are doing ice especially. So by 17, what? So these people are mostly making more money. When I am so within 6 months I am so rich.
Then the factory wala to auri paisa karto.
So these people mostly making more money. That was the psychology. I got the hints. 69 ମସିହାରେ ମୁଁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କଲି ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଉଦ୍ୟୋଗ ପ୍ରାଇଭେଟ ଲିମିଟେଡ୍ କମ୍ପାନୀ ଗୋଟେ ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟ୍ରି କଲି ପାରାଦୀପରେ
Again, packaging factory.
Processing.
We call it
Seafood processing.
ସେଠି ପ୍ଲେଟ୍ ଫ୍ରିଜର ଥାଏ ଯୋଉଠି ଫ୍ରିଜ୍ ହୁଏ ସେତେବେଳେ ये जो IQF नथला IQF माने इंडिविजुअल क्विक फ्रोजन ये जो लाइक पीनट्स IQF we have introduced I think 20 years back in such a frozen block and it was exported like that.
মানে যেমতি আইস মানে টু বি লেমন্স ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ রে যে যদি আইস মেকিং ফ্যাক্টরিটা দেখিছি কি ব্লক রে আইসটা বাহার
something like that.
आइस रो टेम्परेचर हला बहुत माने बेसी गरम किंतु फ्रीजर हला -40 तो दो slabs are made at -40 so no deterioration किछि नष्ट हबनी.
You're freezing them at a cellular level so that the cellular decomposition doesn't happen. That is the theory behind food processing, preservation.
So from trawler catching the fish, now you've become a factory owner.
79 I started the.
Within 3 years.
So I had a very good relation. I started with one Japanese company, Mitsui and Company.
Okay, Mitsui. Okay.
So they.
I think they're still big.
Mitsui is one of the biggest Japanese trading houses.
Okay.
Warren Buffett just made an announcement that it's investing in Mitsui and other companies. Okay. They're not just into seafood, they're into all trading commodities.
So these people, because banks were not giving money for your to buy from the trawler. So my trawler I was selling, I was getting the money. Now you need so many cold storage, your cold storage is keep full. And those days the container service was not there. The entire ship is reefer cargo. We call it reefer cargo vessel. The ships which are coming from Japan also, on a big, 3 times more than the size of the hatch is there. With the crane we are loading the cargo.
So this is before you have the containerized. Shipping containers were not invented yet. And no reefer containers also. So you had special ships for frozen cargo, for frozen seafood.
We are calling them reefer cargo vessels.
Refrigerator cargo. Okay, reefer cargo vessels. So ସେଇଟା ଆସୁଥିଲା ସେଇଟାରେ କ୍ରେନ୍ ରୁ ସବୁ ବ୍ଲକ୍ସ ଟା
Then the Japanese also brought some big trawlers processing on board.
তো সেটা পারাদীপ আসতো না ক্যালকাটা
Paradip ଥିଲା.
পারাদীপে আসে যাও
लेकिन डैडी how did you start the ये जो पारादीप फैक्ट्री टा तारा फाइनेंसिंग टा कोट नहीं था.
Financing that first building has to be made, you know. So IDCO was not there those days. So land was Odisha Small Industries Corporation. First 2 trawler was financed by OSFC.
OSFC.
Second 2 trawlers were financed by United Bank of India. Tapore I didn't expand further. Because I also both experience. I took some risk in cyclone. Also, I went to the sea to rescue 12 people of my crew members and all this thing. এটা তপনର କହିପାରିବ ଭଲ ହି କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଟେଲ୍ ବେଟର୍ ହି ତା ବଡ଼ ଭାଇଟା ଆମ ସାଥିରେ କରୁଥିଲା ତ ଇଏ ତା ପାଖରେ ଥିଲା ସେତେବେଳେ ବେଷ୍ଟ ଥିଙ୍ଗ ହେଲା ସେତେବେଳେ କ'ଣ କି ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ଫାଇନାନ୍ସ ସେତେବେଳେ ଏତେ ଇଜି ନଥିଲା ସିକ୍ୟୁରିଟି ବି ନଥିଲା 4 trawler ପାଇଁ ଓକେ ତେଣୁ ତାପରେ ଆମକୁ ଫାଷ୍ଟ ଟର୍ମ ଲୋନ୍ ଫାଇନାନ୍ସ କଲା ମାନେ ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟ୍ରିଟା କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ୟୁନାଇଟେଡ୍ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ଅଫ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ମୋର ଯାହା ମନେ ପଡ଼ୁଛି ସେତେବେଳେ ବୋଧେ ହାର୍ଡଲି 79ରେ we borrowed some 15-20 lakhs term loan.
So how did Mitsui help? They were only the buyer?
No, then Odisha Small Industries Corporation said that we will build a factory for you. Machinery we bought from Freak India, and that American Freak.
But how did Mitsui help?
How did Mitsui come into the picture?
That when bank will not give you money for the stock unless there is a LC.
So they gave the LC ki ame buy karibo.
Those LC are big value. 10 crores.
I will buy 10 crores worth of material for you.
And it is backed by the LC. Some $1 million. The LC, those days I was taking from Japanese were having very good confidence with me. I asked them, okay, give me 1 million LC, they will give you 1 million. I say, one company that Mitsubishi and Sito, they give 5 million. Then they started fighting to get my material.
This is 80s.
80s.
Yeah,
so
early 80s.
but Mitsui
Japan is rising, you know.
Japanese,
right place, right time.
Japanese economy was very strong those days. One Nishimura gentleman, he stayed in the Paradip factory to train my people what type of product they need.
When I say Samura, Daddy, you were almost like Pushpa type.
But after that, for this Katak factory, the Japanese girls were staying in Oberoi to train our girls.
Oh, okay.
Now, our girls be nathile, mane it would be even those women, they would be from Kerala.
Kerala, yeah. We are giving an undertaking to government of Kerala. That we are not sending them to Dubai as nurse.
Like no human trafficking is happening. And then they would be trained by girls who were flown in from Japan, who would teach them how to peel the shrimp properly, how to grade it. But now, after development and all, it's a reverse trend. All the mane sabu Jhiyagada ko jauchandi Koraputru, Kerala ro sabu seafood factories ko. Because Kerala women have become, secretaries,
labor
nurses.
force we are getting those days more somewhere. ଆମେ କେରଳରୁ ଝିଅମାନଙ୍କୁ ଆଣୁଥିଲୁ ଆଉ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଅଫ୍ କେରଳକୁ ଗୋଟେ ଅଣ୍ଡରଟେକିଂ ବି ମ୍ୟାନେଜିଂ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟର ଦେଉଥିଲୁ ମୁଁ ମ୍ୟାନେଜିଂ ଦେଉଥିଲି ଯେ ଆମେ ତାକୁ ପ୍ରୋସେସିଂ ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ କାମ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ନେଉଛୁ କାରଣ ଆମ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଝିଅମାନେ ତ ଚାକିରି କରିବା ପାଇଁ ରାଜି ନଥିଲେ ଘରୁ ବାହାରୁ ନଥିଲେ
So, Paradip factory ta set up hela, business was good with the Japanese people. Tapore
suddenly 84 रे माने India was having no TV. So Japanese were very clever, They said that why don't you make TV in India? So here I remember those days who are the chief minister I don't know. But I said,
84 na.
No, 84 I don't know. But anyway, that I was knowing the director of industry secretary. So somehow, how could I manage? I don't know. That you have to get a license from Government of India those days, DOT, Department of. And already Government of Odisha was having
Konark
TV.
Yes. And it was big.
No, it was black and white.
But it was big.
No, it was not color.
It was not color, but the industry size was big.
And the Government of India, Government of Odisha ସେତେବେଳେ ମାନେ କ'ଣ କଲେ କୋଣାର୍କ ଟିଭି ଯେହେତୁ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ କମ୍ପାନୀ ତାଙ୍କର ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଥିଲା ବି ଓଡ଼ିଶା ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରୋନିକ୍ସ କର୍ପୋରେସନ୍ ସିଏ ବି ତିଆରି କରୁଥିଲା ସେ ସୁଧାଂଶୁ ମିଶ୍ର ପୁଅ ଥିଲା ଏମାନେ ହଠାତ୍ ଦେଖିଲେ ଯେ ମୁଁ ଆଇ କୁଡ୍ ମ୍ୟାନେଜ୍ ସମହାଉ ୱିଥ୍ ଦିସ୍ ଜାପାନିଜ୍ ହେଲ୍ପ ଦିଲ୍ଲୀ ହାଜ୍ ଗିଭନ୍ ମି ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ଫର୍ ପ୍ରଡକ୍ସନ୍ ଅଫ୍ କଲର୍ ଟିଭି
This is peak license Raj time. Without a license, you can't start an industry.
ଡିପାର୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ ଅଫ୍ ଯେଉଁ ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରୋନିକ୍ସ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଟେଲିକମ୍ୟୁନିକେସନ୍ ତାଙ୍କର ତାର DOT ବୋଲି କହୁଥିଲେ ସେତେବେଳେ
Government thought you as a competition.
Odisha government.
After I got the license, ଅଭୟ ରଥ ବୋଲି ଗୋଟେ ଜଣେ ଥିଲେ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ସେକ୍ରେଟାରୀ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟର ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଜ୍ ସିଏ ସେଠୁ ମୁଁ ନେଇକି ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ଦେଲି ଯେ ମୋତେ ଜାଗା ଦିଅ ୟୁ ହାଭ୍ ମ୍ୟାନେଜ୍ ଏ ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ଫ୍ରମ୍ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଅଫ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ୟୁ ସୁଡ୍ ବି ହାପି ଆବାଉଟ୍ ଇଟ୍ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ସ ରଙ୍ଗ ୱିଥ୍ ଇଟ୍ ନା ୟୁ ଡୋଣ୍ଟ ନୋ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ वी आर ଅଲସୋ ମେକିଂ ଟିଭି ହାଉ କ୍ୟାନ୍ वी ଏନକରେଜ୍ ଏ କମ୍ପିଟିଟର ତ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ସୋ ୟୁ ୱିଲ୍ ନଟ୍ କୋଅପରେଟ୍ ତ ସେ ମୋ ଶ୍ୱଶୁର ଥିଲେ IDCର ସେକ୍ରେଟାରୀ ତାଙ୍କର ଗୋଟେ ସାଙ୍ଗ ଥିଲା ଦେବେନ୍ଦ୍ର ମିଶ୍ର ଯେ ଇଲେକ୍ସନ୍ କମିଶନର ହେଇ ରିଟାୟାର୍ଡ଼ କଲା ତ ମୁଁ କହିଲି କ'ଣ ଏମିତି କହିଲେଣି ତ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ମିନିଷ୍ଟର ଥିଲା କିଶୋର ପଟେଲ
This is 84.
ତ ମୁଁ ସେ ଦେବେନ୍ଦ୍ର ମିଶ୍ରଙ୍କୁ ଧରିଲି ସେ ମନା କରିଛନ୍ତି ମୋ ଶ୍ୱଶୁର ଘର ହେଲା ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ସେମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ସବୁ ସମ୍ବଲପୁରୀଙ୍କ ଭାରି କଟକିମାନଙ୍କ ବିରୁଦ୍ଧରେ କିନ୍ତୁ ତାମାନେ ବହୁତ ଏକାଠି ସେଠୁ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ମଣିଷ ତା ବେଡରୁମ୍କୁ ଗଲୁ ଲୁଙ୍ଗି ପିନ୍ଧିକି କିଶୋର ପଟେଲ ବସିଛନ୍ତି ଆରେ ଜାମାଇ ରାଜା ଜାମାଇ ପୁଅ ବସ କେନ୍ତା ଅଛନ୍ କାଣା ଅଛନ୍ କହି ମୁଁ କହିଲି କ'ଣ ତୁମ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟର ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି କହୁଛି କରେଇ ଦେବନି ବୋଲି ଆଉ without Odisha government how can you do? Khal license you can't do anything with the license.
So in short, Kishore Patel helped you for
political. Then there was another gentleman who was a very close friend of mine in Bhubaneswar club. Binod Jha, he was the IDCO managing director. तो शिव कला कितना सेट दरकार छोटा सेट ये सब क्लीन की जो ने सो दुबई फुए क्लीन भी किधर लेनी सूर्यो टीवी रो तो कला you take 6 sets.
6 sheds in the Manchester Industrial Park re de dele. So land approved, license approved, you started production.
No, such a collaboration.
NEC collaboration,
Nippon Electrical Corporation was the giant company.
again Japanese.
NEC, na? Japanese electrical giant.
Japan business system is different. This Mitsubishi, Sumitomo, these are middlemen company. Manufacturing companies are different. Manufacturing different hala the Nissan,
NEC, Toyota.
So middleman company, they make more money than the manufacturer. I didn't understand their game. So that seafood again say I'll import the component. So I recruited 2 boys from Burla Engineering College, my college. So I sent them from training. ସେମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜାପାନ ଯାଇକି ଟ୍ରେନିଂ ନେଲେ ତ ମୁଁ ଆଉ ପ୍ରଥମ ବେଷ୍ଟ ଇନସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ଗୋଟେ ହ୍ୟୁମରସ୍ ଇନସିଡେଣ୍ଟ କହିବି ଯିଏ ରିଟାୟାର କଲା ସେ ଆମ ଜେନେରାଲ ମ୍ୟାନେଜର ଥିଲା କବି ଶତ୍ରୁ ବୋଲି ଆଇଆଇଟିରେ ଗୋଟେ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟର ସୋ ହି ୱାଜ୍ ଆପଏଣ୍ଟେଡ୍ ଆଜ୍ ଜେନେରାଲ ମ୍ୟାନେଜର ସୋ ୱି ୱେଣ୍ଟ ଫର୍ ଦ ସାଇନିଂ ଦ MOU ସୋ NEC ପ୍ରେସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ଇନଭାଇଟେଡ୍ ସୋ ହି ହାଜ୍ ଇନଭାଇଟେଡ୍ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଉଦ୍ୟୋଗ MD ସେତେବେଳେ ଦୋଜ୍ ଡେଜ୍ ଫେମସ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ବୁସ୍ ସାଉଥରେ ବୁସ୍ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ବମ୍ବେ ଫମ୍ବେରେ ୱେଷ୍ଟର୍ନ ବୋଲି ଗୋଟେ ଥାଏ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ରାଉନ୍ ଥାଏ
ମାନେ ସାଉଣ୍ଡ ପାଇଁ
ନାଇଁ ଏ ଯେଉଁ
TV
କଲର ଟିଭି ପାଇଁ
they were manufacturing black and white TV. I was not manufacturing anything. Color TV technology, I'm thinking, how it came to India. So NEC gave the technology to this 4 distributor. He said, Suryo will represent Odisha, Bihar, Bengal and Andhra Pradesh. So they divided the state in the map. We signed the MOU, these things. So Mitsi and Sumitomo, they were doing the middleman job. They were backing me that his business with us is so much. Payment will not be a problem. We can do the barter system also if you like. So he hosted a big party. Japanese usually what they will do, they will surround you by 10-12 people. We are 2. And everybody, actually English is a very big problem. One interpreter will be always there. So anyway, we signed the MOU, whatever condition they made. Actually there is a big money in new thing, color TV will come to India.
And it was visionary. 84 color TV Korea was a visionary.
It was a visionary. License I had also. So he hosted a big party. It's a humor. The border party dela. NEC prestige. So my general manager ଯିଏ ଥିଲା ସେଠିକାର ଝିଅମାନେ ସେ ତାଙ୍କର how Japanese they eat. ଆକ୍ୟୁରିୟମରେ ଚିଙ୍ଗୁଡ଼ି ଗୁଡ଼ା ପହଁରୁଥିବେ ଏ ଟ୍ରଲିଟା ଧରି ଧରି ଆସିବ
ମାନେ ପାର୍ଟିଟା କୋଉଠି ହଉଥିଲା
ନାଇଁ ପାର୍ଟିଟା ଟୋକିଓ ସିଟି ଗୋଟେ ନ୍ୟୁ ପ୍ୟାଲେସ୍ ହୋଟେଲ ବୋଲି ବହୁତ ତାଙ୍କର ସବୁଠୁ ବେଷ୍ଟ ହୋଟେଲରେ ତମେ ତ ଆଇଡେଣ୍ଟିଫାଏ କରିବ ଏଇଟା ଖାଇବୁ ବୋଲି ସେ ବଡ଼ ଚିଙ୍ଗୁଟା ଗୋଟେ ଫର୍କରେ ଆଣିକି ତମ ପାଖରେ ଗୋଟେ ୱାଇନ୍ ଥିବ ହ୍ୱାଇଟ୍ ୱାଇନ୍ ଗୋଟେ ଇଏଟା ପଚାରିବ ୟୁ ୱାଣ୍ଟ ଟୁ ମେକ୍ ହିମ୍ ମାନେ ହ୍ୱାଇଟ୍ କେଉଁଥିରେ ପକାଇବ ସୋ ସେ ହ୍ୱାଇଟ୍ ୱାଇନ୍ ରେଡ଼୍ ୱାଇନ୍ରେ ସେ ଚିଙ୍ଗୁଡ଼ି ପହଁରିବ ପହଁରି ଢୋଳେଇ ପଡ଼ିଲା ପରେ ସେ ଝିଅଟା ତାକୁ ପିଲ୍ କରିକି ମାନେ ମୁଣ୍ଡ ଛଡ଼େଇକି ଖୋଳା ଛଡ଼େଇକି ଲାଞ୍ଜଟା ଦେଇକି ତମେ ଧରିବ ତ ଦେ ଇଟ୍ ର ସେ ଚିଙ୍ଗୁଡ଼ିଟା ଏମିତି ଡ୍ୟାନ୍ସ କରୁଥିବ ମିଟ୍ଟା
ମାନେ ବଞ୍ଚିଛି ମିଟ୍ ଆଇ ନିଡ୍ ଟୁ ଇଟ୍
ସେ ମୋ ଜେନେରାଲ ମ୍ୟାନେଜର ସେ ମୁଖା ମୋତେ ଲାଗିଲା ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଟେଷ୍ଟ ଲାଇକ୍ ଦିସ୍ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ ସଫ୍ଟ କୋକୋନଟ୍ ମାନେ ୟଙ୍ଗ କୋକୋନଟ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ା ନାଳି ନଥାଏ ସଫ୍ଟ ରିଏଲି ଟେଷ୍ଟିଂ ଗୁଡ୍ ହି ଜଷ୍ଟ started running to the washroom.
ବାନ୍ତି ଲାଗି
Our rest also enjoying it. So 84 we had a big name. Color TV.
You had started a textile start करतला.
तापर बोधे. Or before that name I am not remembering. ता आगे spinning mill करते.
So जहाँ भी industries होतला, but because the prawn industry was doing good, money you were doing
I
very
was
good.
making good money. Otherwise where the money come?
Yes.
Textile we went for spinning mill in Bhubaneswar. I think that is now I think Rumta has taken I think. Then J. Patnaik told me you should give it to that his one hand that IDC a lot of spinning mill were there. They were sick.
But spinning mill was always mane Hinjli Katu and Barampur business.
When the money is there, lot of ideas come to you. No money, no idea. The TV was also venture like that. Textile was also venture like that. Even this newspaper I started which year? Maybe more than 42 years.
82, na? I think Dinalipi you started 82 or 80.
82.
There are lot many businesses for the profit.
Dinalipi 82 रे the editor ଥିଲେ ଆମର ବିଭୁଦେନ୍ଦ୍ର ମିଶ୍ର ଯେ ନେହେରୁ କ୍ୟାବିନେଟ୍ର ଦୁଇଥର କ୍ୟାବିନେଟ୍ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର ଥିଲେ ଆଉ ସେ ନେହେରୁଙ୍କର ସ୍ପିଚ୍ ବି ଲେଖୁଥିଲେ ସେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ବି ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟୋଦୟ ଅଲ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ଟେନିସ୍ ସ୍ପନ୍ସର କରୁଥିଲେ ଯେଉଁଥିରେ ବିଜୁ ପଟ୍ଟନାୟକ ସବୁବେଳେ ଆମେ ଦୁଇ ଜଣ ସାଙ୍ଗ ହେଇ ବସୁ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର କ୍ଲବରେ
ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ ଷ୍ଟୋରିଟା ବି ଅଛି ନା ସେଟା କହିବେନି
ନାଇଁ
ଯେ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଟିଭିଟା ଗନ୍ ଟୁ Mr. Biju Patnaik's house.
ତାଙ୍କ ସେତେବେଳେ 6500 ଥିଲା 6500 was a color TV. ତାଙ୍କ ସ୍ତ୍ରୀ ଗୋଟେ ନେଇକି ଆମ ଜେନେରାଲ ମ୍ୟାନେଜର ଲଗେଇ ଦେଇକି ଆସିଲା ତାପରେ ଚିଫ୍ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର ପିଏଫ୍ ନେକ୍ସଟ ଡେ ମର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ 10 o'clock ଚିଫ୍ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର ପିଏଫ୍ ଫୋନ୍ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଅମରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସିଏମ୍ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା ମୁଁ କହିଲି ସାର୍ ଅମରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ନାଇସ୍ ଟିଭି ହଁ ବଟ୍ ହ୍ୱେର୍ ଇଜ୍ ଦ ବିଲ୍ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ୟେସ୍ ସାର୍ ମୁଁ ପଠାଇ ଦେଉଛି ଆଉ ସିଏ ହନେବର ସେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୋତେ ଦେଖାଉଥିଲେ ସେ ମୋତେ କେତେ ଟର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଓଭର ହେଲା ସପୋଜ୍ ଯେଉଁ ଅଲ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ଟେନିସ୍ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜ୍ କରୁଥିଲେ ପାଖରେ ବସିଲା କେତେ ଟର୍ନ ଓଭର ହେଲା ମୁଁ କହିଲି 90 crores 100 କେତେବେଳେ ପ୍ରାଇଜ୍ ଗିଭିଂ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଗୁଡ଼ାଏ ପ୍ରାଇଜ୍ ପାଉଥିଲି ସେ ଚିଫ୍ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର ଦେଉଥିଲେ ସେଟା କହିବେ you talk to me when it is 700 crores.
So 90 crores, 100 crores, including the TV and everything in 80s.
Those days.
So what was the peak turnover you achieved? Like maybe say before the IPO. Mane before the IPO you decided ki yes, this is now we can get into.
First we decided seତେବେଳେ DLF real estate ଭଲ ନଥିଲା. ତେଣୁ DLF ଆଉ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟୋଦୟ ମିଶିକି ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ କମ୍ପାନୀ କଲୁ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ DLF ଲିମିଟେଡ୍
1994
1990 ତାଙ୍କର ଗୋଟେ MD ଥାଏ ଆନନ୍ଦ ବୋଲି ଅରୁଣ ଆନନ୍ଦ ବୋଲି ସେତେବେଳେ ସେମାନେ ନ୍ୟୁ ବିଜନେସ୍ରେ ଡାଇଭର୍ସନ୍ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ସେଠି ସେମାନେ ଆଗ୍ରି କରିଥିଲେ ବିଜୁ ପଟ୍ଟନାୟକ ପଠାଟା 2000 ଏକର ଦେବେ ବୋଲି ତ ରିଏଲ୍ ଇଷ୍ଟେଟ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ସି ଫୁଡ୍ ବୋଥ୍ ୱିଲ୍ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ସେ କମ୍ପାନୀଟା କରାହେଇଥିଲା 50-50 ସେଥିରେ DLFର ସେୟାର ଥିଲା ହଂସାଲର ସେୟାର ଥିଲା somehow it didn't click, so I said no, let me go alone. So I converted to Suryo Foods and Industries Limited, which went to the public issue.
Okay, and seteବେଳେ Suryo Foods and Industries ର କ'ଣ turnover ଥିଲା?
No, that was a new company, no? That was a SPV formed, Suryo Udyog Limited, but entire Suryo Group would have...
the main promoter.
Group was not the group turnover କେତେ ଥିଲା?
Group ତ ସେ 100 crores ଭିତରେ ଥିଲା.
ଆଚ୍ଛା 90s ରେ and of course prawn business ତ ଭଲ କରୁଥିଲା seafood business ଟା but was the TV business
miscarriages seafood market was making money textile was losing
textile had been shut down TV had been shut down
you pay the compensation to the laborer these that
labor loans also clear
indirectly if you my success story miscarriages are more than the success
no it's true
that's for all businesses
that's for all businesses ସମସ୍ତେ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ କ'ଣ ହେଉଛି ନା unless and until I don't know you, I always think success is a linear graph. Ki success midi chalna and midi chalna. But people don't know the distortions.
Then we closed down also hotels. We started with I think Paradip 90s.
94 opening hela hotel.
Golden Anchor.
Paradip.
Dhamra bahut pore hela bode.
But were they making money in the 90s? The hotel? No. They were not making money.
By 2000 it started
late
making
2010
money.
or
Early
2010.
2000. But
early 2000 it started making money.
Oh, the money would have not invested. Newspaper also didn't make money.
Money, no. Yes. It never makes money.
Media company will never make money.
So basically, it was the prawn business and it was then the other ancillary business which are not doing good. You achieved 90-100 crore turnover early 90s and you decided to go for IPO.
He achieved 300 crores.
But not adjusted to inflation.
I just wanted to know what was the turnover during then that you could dream of an IPO or maybe go for an IPO.
The profit margin, first thing was, to be very frank, government of US was having foreign exchange problem. So to encourage export, ସେତେବେଳେ କ'ଣ କି ଆମର income tax 0.
Achha, because of the industry.
Only
for exports. Till the 90s it was, na? Exports are zero income tax.
They were calling it 80HC. Say clause, the exemption was, I think, for 10 or 15 years.
ଯେମିତି ଆଜି ଆମେ ଦେଖୁଛୁ କି EV ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି କୁ ହେଉଛି ଚିପ୍ ମେକିଂ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି କୁ ହେଉଛି ଏଥନଲ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଜ୍ କୁ ହେଉଛି ସେତେବେଳେ ଏନି ଏକ୍ସପୋର୍ଟ ତା ପାଇଁ କରାଯାଉଥିଲା
ସେ ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଶେଖର ଟାଇମ୍ରେ ଯାଇକି ଯେଉଁ ଗୋଲ୍ଡ ମର୍ଗେଜ୍ ଦେଲେ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଗୋଟେ ପଲିସି ଡିସିସନ୍ ନେଲା ଏକ୍ସପୋର୍ଟ ଉପରେ କୌଣସି ଇନକମ୍ ଟ୍ୟାକ୍ସ ହେବନି ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ସରପ୍ଲସ୍ ମନି ଗୁଡ଼ା ବହୁତ ହେଉଥିଲା
ସୋ 94 IPOଟା ଆସିଗଲା the money came in.
IPO, I'm telling you that financier were IDBI, State Bank was the working capital, and lead manager was IPC, ITC Classic. ITC Classic, somebody was doing those share and all this thing. We wanted public issue only for 4 crores, but 40 crores came. Because Suryo
was oversubscribed.
That Harsad Mehta time. But Suryo background.
କେତେ ଟଙ୍କାରେ ଲିଷ୍ଟ ହେଲା and କେତେ ଟଙ୍କାରେ ଓପନ୍ ହେଲା ମାନେ what do you remember କେତେ ଟଙ୍କାରେ ଲିଷ୍ଟ ହେଲା Suryo and what high did it went?
10 rupees ତ ହବା କଥା ସେଟା I think 40 we have to return I think 36 crores we refunded to the people.
Of course that was oversubscription. You asked for 4 but 40 ଆସିଲା 36 you have to return but the what was the price point?
price maximum it has reached up to 37-40.
ମାନେ 3.7x ମିଳିଥିଲା share ମିଳିଥିଲା.
So there are a lot of professionals we are having, 4 chartered accountants were there, then this TV also we are having a good advertiser, this.
And 4 crore rupees रे ଆପଣ କେତେ share dilute करले of your company?
No, we are still holding maximum share.
नहीं back then.
40%.
Back then, no, not much.
It was 50-50 those days.
Almost 50. Yeah.
We are 2 crores, public gave 4 crores, Suryo gave 4 crores, yes.
Almost 50.
Okay, almost 50% you gave 4
Because this is just a SPV that went IPO. No, it's not our parent company that has gone IPO.
Oh, okay. So SPV रे सेतिकी turnover नथिला. Just because it was Suryo Udyog, then
Yeah, then it would
Only for
have.
Suryo name,
माने was it worth the effort कि 40 कोटी टका पे you did such a lot of exercise for IPO?
it was actually backyard integration. That is the time we have started thinking, because Odisha was this natural prawn catching in the coastal area has reduced dramatically.
जो sea catch तक होते ले. So now from sea catch we are moving to farming. So this is where
No, we had another natural was Chilka was big resource. So Chilka and entire our coastline failed. So we introduced we made a pilot project at Bhubaneswar, Parikhi, 60 acres land. It was a big success. So that time what we had to, it was already Japanese, they had introduced in Thailand, and in India it has not come. The aquaculture concept has not come. So Suryo was the first company brought in. So those time we are getting the technicians from Thailand.
So it was same Venami prawns or tab purbo?
No, it was all black tiger, monodon.
Black tigers.
The world hadn't moved to Venema yet. Because Venema is from USA.
That time it was our own brooder stock was from our Bay of Bengal. We have got a hatchery in Gopalpur,
Yes.
That is one of the first. Trolling class जो माई चिंगुड़ी कहती गोटे माई चिंगुड़ी प्राय 50 लाख अंडा दब तेणु आमर से गोटे गोटे चिंगुड़ी की जो ट्रलर ऑक्सीजन देकी एक्वेरियम रे बंचेकी आनते हाचेरी दियंते जो मेथड आम इंट्रोड्यूस करथिलु बे ऑफ बेंगल स्पेसीज जोड़ा हाचेरी इट इज जस्ट लाइक ए पेडियाट्रिक वार्ड शिशु भवन तेणु सारा टेक्निकली इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट जॉब आल्सो से टिके टिके माने मेल गोटे आखि काटी दिया जाए हार्मोन सिक्रेशन बेसी हो ना माई चिंगुड़ी बोधे
हाँ female रो eye stalk abulation but
आई स्टॉक एवोल्यूशन से जोटा कि inhuman so that they breed faster even.
but nowadays we are moving away from that because Netherlands government and all they have banned it.
Then from each female prawn you will get millions of eggs, then it has to be hatched, then the juvenile will come down, then when it is alpine size then we give it to the farmers.
So you used to take it to your farm?
Our farm and the farmers, adopted farmers, we give them.
This is post IPO, 90s.
So at the IPO,
IPO
the
we
thing
went,
was,
so that we will have more farmers, backyard integration. We produce, we process, we export.
hatchery, corporate farms, network of farmers, and then again the processing units.
And then the cyclone happened.
No. Then the disease outbreak happened.
Okay. This was late 90s.
Yeah. So then you have this white spot virus outbreak.
Okay.
That happens, which leads to the death of the shrimps.
Okay. Eta kebe hela?
It around by 95, 96 it starts happening in
93,
Indian coast.
95, yeah. But any animal product, it starts after
Like bird flu and all you have.
Okay. So simti hela.
Can you say talku kon thila?
In 1 square meter, you are stocking 1,000. If you want to make it sustainable, then you stock 100, 200, nothing will happen. Human beings, they become greedy, How quick I make my money.
What affected more was in the 90s, because there was still availability of wild caught materials all around the world. So you started break even for this culture material in when the prawn is 30 grams and above. So चिंगुड़ीटा जदि माने 25 ग्राम रे कि 20 ग्राम रे भी जदि मरी गला देन पूरा वाइप आउट हला कना सेटा भी गाँ ये सब भुवनेश्वर रे केते बिकी पारियो so that's why what you hear from people in the 90s है चिंगुड़ी रे मु पैसा लगेतली पूरा बर्बाद हो जाइतली. It used to be either you make it like a lot of money or you just lose everything. आजिकल सिनारियो रे माने चिंगुड़ी जदि 5 ग्राम की 10 ग्राम भी अछि सेटा भी 4 नंबर हाट रे you will get an amazing break even price.
Yes. So I know my father has burned fingers So during that time, we were a group of Gujarati traders. Je जीवन रे केवे meat खाई ना आंती. They ran for the chingudi farm and they lost money like anything. Like few of them who were taking the lead went bankrupt, and we were small investors. We lost a lot of money, but was not much.
But one good thing has happened.
Yeah.
So a lot of land consolidation has become. We bought the land from small farmers. Suppose Suryo Foods is having 300 acres or something. At that time, there was no Dhamra port also. Our prawn farm was looking like a steel plant those days.
So your nature of business was कि आपण कौन करले जमीटा किणी की तापरे ताकू farmers को देई देले. So the one thing
Or develop it on our own also. He went on a land acquisition spree.
Corporate farming.
Almost
We went for
1,000
corporate
acres he bought.
That time Tata also started here. What they felt.
Tata,
They could
ITC.
acquire the land.
No one was successful because the disease doesn't say that I will be. Disease chadiya hoyala.
हाँ माने it is same for the farmer and same for Tata.
ITC did it in the name of Minolta.
ITC Minolta Farms.
So 96, 97, everything, the disease came, lot of losses,
Severe losses.
severe losses. And then 99 cyclone affected you?
So severe losses heitila, kintu still I would credit a lot of resilience of the Suryo group thanks to daddy and mom and more the Suryo group because we don't really have a very flashy lifestyle ki kono na. No, we are not interested in upgrading our lifestyle. So when the bad times come, you can still adjust. Kintu 99 cyclone jo hela, which was like an unprecedented thing. We didn't have any factory in Bhubaneswar. Katakre bhi jo thila, it was already full. So a lot of material was there in Paradeep. ଆଉ ଏଇଟା ମୁଁ ଶୁଣୁଛି ମାନେ ବିକଜ me and my cousin ଆମେ ତ ଡୁନ୍ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ଦେହରାଦୁନରେ ଥିଲୁ ଆଉ from what I hear he can say जो ମାନେ all the cargo gets destroyed he gets a word ମାନେ କାକା ଗୋଟେ ଚିଠିରେ ଲେଖିଥିଲେ କାକୁ ଗୋଟେ ପଠେଇଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ସେ 99 ସାଙ୍ଗେ 4 ଦିନ ପରେ ଆସିଛି ଖାରବେଳ ନଗର ଘରକୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖେଇଲା କି ଜେନେରେଟରଟା ଫେଲ୍ କରିଯାଇଛି ପ୍ଲିଜ୍ କମ୍ then dad goes with a truck, got a gadi neki with a driver and all obviously.
It's a high risk business. Today it's a very high risk business. I think nobody in India is, all big players have gone.
But 99 cyclone, the insurance claim what happened and what one of his friends also said, we didn't get the 100% of the insurance claim. Right.
So the factories were insured, your stock was insured.
It was on. But no one has seen a destruction of this magnitude in their life. Na? Yes. And what he said was, like, say it's a claim of 100 rupees, just because it goes to the next level, that gets like 100 rupees nahi hoga, 90 rupees hoga. Then goes to another senior, he like 90 nahi hoga, 80 rupees hoga. So obviously, he went to court.
Oh, my experience, you forget, you tell your experience.
No. It is part of your story I'm narrating. Finally, 2024 or something, that finally, it got resolved. Man, this is how the legal system works in India.
So it's a nice conversation, I think, and a few of the references are amazing. Mane loko manuko sikhiwa katha ki entrepreneurship is not an easy job. There are a lot of challenges and a lot of challenges jo apno dekhi paribeni.
Challenges and also pain.
I think now after 99 is where you face the real challenge, the pain. Pain of a business not doing good, pains of NPA, pains of financing. So we'll discuss about that. Before that, we have amar gote choto section achi jotu hi ame gote local food serve karuchu. Aji we've got bora and gugni from Rabi Bhaina Unit 6, very famous. Tu khaichu?
Na mu khaini to.
Tu kebe khainu?
Na.
Unit 6 bora gugni?
Na.
Amo bale Kuku Kapur roll, chicken roll.
Evening ray, you'll see all the big shot lining up and eating bora gugni at his place.
Our family had 3 generations of Raghu's customers.
Oh, acha.
Daddy ko kaka bhi se Bulla engineer jo the SCB Medical College or Psychiatrist wing is named after him. So se bhi khautule, daddy bhi khautule, mu bhi khautule.
Foodie khauchandi Bhubaneswar re. Food khautule or your good favorite places.
Favorite young boy age re maximum tai tak bahar banai kaxino when the job no kare relaxation pai to most of the time Bhubaneswar club. was the destination.
Aditya, I know him pretty well.
He doesn't go to the club.
नहीं, but ये अभी भी casino rolls बहुत खाए. You like Mairam also? The chart? No.
No, I'm a Gopalakshmi guy.
Gopalakshmi. Yeah. Gopalakshmi, Gajalakshmi.
No, Gajalakshmi is overrated now.
Someone is really happy in this room.
Right?
It's a lot of people debate over Gajalakshmi chart, Shahidnagar or Gopalakshmi
ମାନେ
chart.
ଖାଲି ରାଗ ଭକ୍ତ ଦେଲେ ଓ ଗଜଲକ୍ଷ୍ମୀ.
ଆଉ କୋଉଠି ଖାଉଛୁ?
ଆଉ ସେୟା ତ ହେଲା ମାନେ ତଲବରକଜ ହେଲା ମୋର ଜିମ୍. ସେଇଠି ଗୋପଲକ୍ଷ୍ମୀ ତାପରେ ସେଇଠି ଦହିବରା ଆଳୁଦମ ବାଲା ବି ଯୋଉ ଆସେ ସିଏ ବି ଭଲ. Otherwise sometimes I'll go for a Magnum ice cream.
After gym.
After gym. And I don't go for protein shakes. I go for these three.
ଆମ ବେଳେ କୌଣସି ହୋଟେଲ ନଥିଲା ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର. ରାଜମହଲ ଗୋଟେ ହୋଟେଲ ଥିଲା ଏଠି. ତାପରେ ଭଲ ଟିକେ ଭଲ ଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡାର୍ଡର ହୋଟେଲ ଆସିଲା ଆମ ଘର ପାଖରେ ଯୋଉଟା ପ୍ରାଚୀ ହୋଟେଲ ଥିଲା. ତା ବହୁତ ଦିନ ପରେ ଆସିଲା ଏ ଯୋଉ ଓବରାଏ.
I think Prachi Hotel Chinese ଆଣିଥିଲା first.
ପ୍ରାଚୀ ହୋଟେଲକୁ ଆମେ ବି ବେଶୀ ଯାଉନଥିଲୁ. ଓବରାଏ ହେଲା ପରେ ଟିକେ ବହୁତ ସମୟ ଯାଉଥିଲୁ. ସେତେବେଳେ ପ୍ରାୟ ବହୁତ କମ୍ ଲୋକ ଯାଉଥିଲେ ହୋଟେଲକୁ. ତେଣୁ ଆମକୁ ଭାରି ଭଲ ସମ୍ମାନ ଦେଇକି ସେମାନେ ରାତିରେ ବି ସୁଇମିଂ ପୁଲରେ 12ଟା ଯାଏ ଆଲାଉ କରୁଥିଲେ ସୁଇମିଂ କରିବା. ମାନେ ଆମର ରିଲାକ୍ସେସନ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଏଣ୍ଟରଟେନମେଣ୍ଟ ହେଲା କ୍ଲବରେ ବିଲିଆର୍ଡ ଆଣ୍ଡ କାର୍ଡସ୍. ଇଟିଂ ପ୍ଲେସେସ୍ ହେଲା ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର କ୍ଲବ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଓବରାଏ. ସେତେବେଳେ ଇଟ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ନଟ୍ ଟ୍ରାଇଡେଣ୍ଟ, ଇଟ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ଓବରାଏ.
Bhubaneswar Golf Club भी you were one of the first members, no?
No, one of the
They used to practice in airport. Airport ରୁ start ହେଲା.
ଏୟାରପୋର୍ଟ ପାଖରେ ସଫା ହେଇକି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଚିଫ୍ ସେକ୍ରେଟାରୀ ଜ୍ଞାନଚାନ୍ଦ ଥିଲେ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ସେ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ପ୍ରେସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ଗଲ୍ଫ କ୍ଲବର.
Coming back to the business.
ସୁପର ସାଇକ୍ଲୋନ୍ 99 ତାପରେ ସେତେବେଳେ ସେ ସମୟରେ କ'ଣ କଟକ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର ବି ଅଲଗା ହେଇଗଲା. ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରିସିଟି ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱରରେ ମାସେ ରହିଲାନି. ପାରାଦୀପ ଅବସ୍ଥା ବୁଝିପାରୁଥିବ. ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ସି ଫୁଡ୍ଟା ୱାଜ୍ ଅ ମେନ୍ ଟର୍ନ ଓଭର. ସେତେବେଳକୁ ଆମେ ଟିଭି ବନ୍ଦ କରିଦେଇଥାଉ, ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଟିଭି ବନ୍ଦ କରିଦେଇଥାଉ, ଟେକ୍ସଟାଇଲ୍ ବି ବନ୍ଦ କରିଦେଇଥାଉ. ଲସ୍ ହେଲା ମାତ୍ରେ ୱାଇଣ୍ଡ ଅପ୍. ଆମେ ଯାହା ଯେହେତୁ ସି ଫୁଡ୍ ମନି ୱାଜ୍ ଏନଫ୍, we are able to settle the laborers account, ତାଙ୍କ gratuity, compensation for retrenchment. We have paid everyone, then we sell it or something. Like ଟିଭିର ଯେତେ ଗୁଡ଼ା ମିଶନାରୀ ଟିଭି କ୍ଲୋଜ୍ କଲାବେଳକୁ ଓନିଡା ଆସିକି ସବୁ ମିଶନାରୀ ଗୁଡ଼ା ନେଇଗଲା. ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଟାଇମ୍ ମାନେ ଇନିସିଆ ଆମେ 4 ଜଣ ପାଇଥିଲୁ ଜାପାନରୁ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଓନିଡା ବିକେମ୍ ବିଗ୍ ସମଟାଇମ୍ସ. ନାଉ ମିଷ୍ଟର ଧୁତ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଇନ୍ ଟ୍ରବଲ୍.
Videocon, huh?
Videocon. So he took all the machinery, so ତାଙ୍କୁ ବିକି ଦିଆଗଲା. ସେଗୁଡ଼ାକୁ ଅନ୍ୟମାନଙ୍କୁ ବିକି ଦିଆଗଲା. ଏବେ ସିନା ଇନସଲଭେନ୍ସି ଆକ୍ଟ ୱାଜ୍ ନଟ୍ ଦେୟାର those days. ସେତେବେଳେ ଶିଖ୍ ହେଲା ମାତ୍ର ସେ ଟାଟା ହଉ, ବିର୍ଲା ହଉ, ସ୍ମଲ୍ IPO ହଉ, everybody has to go to BIFR. So ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟର ସେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ ଥାଏ ଯେ the Sikh industry how to revive, whether income tax benefits, sales tax, so state government also reprint relief and all these things. So after because in that IPO company, IDBI main was also in the board because they were the main financier. Well, it was really, but this rehabilitation they say it's not that easy also. So nothing clicked. Then your financier accuse you. No, it's a fraud. They have diverted money to other companies. In the court, then I told I was not taking any lawyer. I was telling the judges, these bankers are all fair weather friends. When rain starts, they take out the umbrella. If I am diverting the money, then what Mr. From IDY, who was in the board, what he was doing? He was a party with me or what? Then that bench, one judge said, no, you can't talk like that, Mr. Dash. We'll see that you are removed as CMD. Well, yes, welcome. You put somebody else to run the company, I don't mind. My share is there. My investment is there. If you can turn around the company, it is good. Suddenly, the entire seafood industry went all over India, it went spring. Everybody was
Right, I mean, facing the problems.
Whether it is Tamil Nadu, Kerala, everywhere. ସେତେବେଳେ ଫାଇନାନ୍ସ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର ଥିଲେ ବୋଧେ ଚିଦାମ୍ବରମ. We represent government of India when the entire industry has gone 6. So ସେଇ ସମୟରେ Ministry of Finance called a meeting to all the bankers, IDBI and all this. BIFR case chalta hai. BIFR se now we can't solve, so let it go for liquidation. They sent the file to the Odisha High Court, register to liquidate the company and sell the asset and give it to the
shareholders ki
Shareholders.
shareholders and our creditors.
Creditors will first na.
Government of India started taking the matter seriously. That it is a all India phenomenon. So they take a decision. They gave from 4 months time. Suppose your IDBI money is so many crores. Your working capital is so many crores. Liability is suppose 100 crores. They gave 6 months time. Anybody who can give 25% of it, only principal amount, not the interest accumulated so many.
ଆପଣଙ୍କ କେତେ ଥିଲା NPA ଟା?
And better it was not much, I think 20 crores or something. So I had good assets.
Thankfully.
So one of the assets was that somebody has done that engineering college in Bhubaneswar, that Suryo Foods.
So one was on the way to Bhubaneswar National Highway. I think that was a 7-acre campus.
7 acre, huge factory.
It was a very new modern factory
So he
and all that.
made it an engineering college. So I sold that. They allowed us also. You sell it and pay us.
आगोटे थिला ये जो पात्रपड़ा लैंड ସେଇଠି ଏବେ କ'ଣ ଗୋଟେ ବାହାଘର ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ହେଉଛି ସେଇ ଜାଗାଟା ସେଇଟା ନା ତାପରେ ପାରାଦୀପଟା ବିକା ହେଲା ପାରାଦୀପରେ ପୁରା 0 ପଏଣ୍ଟରେ ଭଲ ଜାଗାଟା ସେଇଟା ବି ବିକା ହେଲା ସେଇଟା ବିକା ହେଲା ତାପରେ ପୁରୀର ବିଚ୍ ଫ୍ରଣ୍ଟ ପ୍ରପର୍ଟି ଯୋଉଠି ଏବେ ତାଜ ଅଛି
hotel is. So I have to sold some 4 property. Those valuation maybe today I don't know how many.
hundreds of crores.
So I paid in time.
Done and dusted.
So everything was reversed. That public issue company Suryo Foods Industry Limited. High Court file has come back. Everything was given me to back. You run the company. Hotel company has never borrowed money, so no problem. Yes. Newspaper also had never borrowed money.
So now coming to Aditya, now it is 2005-06 maybe, all the BFR issue. What made you leave your job in US and come to Bhubaneswar in such situations? What scope did you see?
So 2006 रे तो मु माने डैडी निजे कहते कि देखे माने किसी आसिया दरकार नहीं क्या बिजनेस जो आगुरी जंती थिला सेंती नहीं आ मो दीटा बड़ भौणी गड़ाक भी से कहते कि द बिजनेस इज नो लॉन्गर व्हाट इट यूज्ड टू बी सो इट्स बेटर यू स्टार्ट लुकिंग फॉर अ जॉब इन US वेयर आई हैड बीन स्टडीing and everyone told me I would enjoy finance and investment banking, so I was working with a private equity firm. And I was working with a very interesting department. We are called the Special Situations Group. We are known as the vulture funds. Okay. We look for bankruptcies or special situations where we can quickly turn around and exit. So my job was, they were predicting the collapse of the US housing market. Oh, wow. This was in 2006.
4 years before, 2 years before.
They're like, we don't know how it will happen or when it will happen, but it's going to happen. Because, so say so with it. तापरे I had been away, ମୁଁ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱରରୁ ବାହାରେ ଥିଲି for since class 5. ତାପରେ college we were almost 12 years वनवासରେ ଥିଲି. Very luxurious वनवास though, so I was missing home. ଆଉ BJPର ଭଲ slogan ବି ଥିଲା କି India shining. I clearly bought into that.
Oh, that was Vajpayee time.
Vajpayee time. So you're young, you're in your 20s. There is that confidence, right? And what my father said, even though the platform is not what it used to be, but it's still a platform, right? There was a cardboard factory, there's still plenty of land, there's a hotel, and still the factories are still there, assets are there, no? And I saw it as a very interesting challenge, and so that appealed to me a lot more than a 9 to 5 or a 9 to 9 job at a Goldman Sachs or something.
And the freedom?
And the freedom also.
A lot of people think, the second generation businessmen are always born with a golden spoon. But they discount the fact, the businesses go through cycles, the good cycle and bad cycles. And when you're introduced to these cycles.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it is definitely not as easy as people might think. But still, I would never consider myself an entrepreneur like Daddy. Because I think it's unbelievable for someone, central government, चाकरी छाड़ी के ये सब चाहिए, but to risk it all, I haven't done that.
See, आमे के भी claim भी करी परी बोलूँ कि आमे second generation businessman के भी करी पानी चू.
Because by the time you're second generation, you're tied to be a custodian, right? You can't just bet it all on the farm.
Yes.
I mean, I still have done it, and in my business career, he has given me that freedom. He'll okay, you do it, and that is very rare.
So कौन हेला after 2006 you came कौन करला wow केमिति situation टा संभाळला
2006 mu asili, and like my grandfather would say that I'm the lucky one in the family, and I always believe that also. So like you mentioned, 2006, this Government of India scheme came out. So with 5-6 crores, we could settle all our outstanding. The problem was how to raise 5-6 CR, because even though we might have it in land as you know, and especially in 2006, imagine how illiquid an asset it is.
Yes.
When on paper it might be saying, Unitech but when you're trying to sell it, no one is buying it.
You know, there is a with our experience, I can always say, land ro कौन हुए तुमको सब बड़े costly किनिया को पड़ेगा.
किनिया को गोटे रेट, बिकिया को गोटे रेट.
सस्ता रे बिकिया पड़ेगा.
So ସେଇଟା ହେଲା, so at least one negative ରୁ ଆମେ ପୁରା zero କୁ ଆସିଗଲୁ. And dad said, your first assignment is cardboard factory. So cardboard factory रे गोटे Cargill रो गोटे बड़ order ते थिला which 20 lakhs रो, which they had not been lifting, you know, all kinds of things.
The Cargill जो oil brand.
Oil.
Adani Group again.
No, this was before Adani na.
Cargill is American company.
Yeah. So samane kornatle, they would make me wait in their office for 1 hour, 1 day. You know, I would play in a Nokia and all that. They would take away, I would get a book, they would take that away. The manager getting an ego trip. Then I simply wrote an email to their corporate office ki if you don't lift my material, I am sponsoring the tickets of Medha Patkar and Arundhati Roy. I am filing RTI application, any and everything that's wrong with your refinery. When I fatafat, someone said, nah, boy, what is this? But within 1 week, they lifted the material and gave the money. So then I was doing the hotel also.
Cardboard business कोट थीला cardboard factory
जो Esplanade पाकर है. Then I expanded it to 2 cardboard factories, because that time there used to be a excise duty limit of 1.5 CR turnover. So since we started doing more, and our seafood units, we had rented most of it out to Magnum. And 2008, they had built their own factory. So I had to take a call whether restart the seafood business or close kariki kaun gote rent kaun gote.
In my time, we are having a 2 processing unit in Calcutta, 1 processing unit in Vizag.
Styrofoam factory also.
Odisha, 3 factories.
So all the backward integration and forward integration happened.
So by the time I had come back, I think Vizag factory also we had to sell, na?
Vizag land also we sold. 95 5 crores was also big money.
Exactly.
But anyway, to get rid of a 20 crores liability, that was a Government of India big gesture, not for me, for everyone. For everyone.
Then,
so 2008, it was a call, do I restart the business or do I behave like, because I studied finance, na? Like, nee, this is the ROI, this is the risk adjusted return. It made absolutely no sense to get into seafood again, you know. And but I was emotional about things, right? You know, seafood is the one that has paid for my education and all. You know, there's so much of our, staff and everything. So I can't be like, guys, I had a great time and all that, and now just pull their rug. So we said, okay, let's restart. And there was, my father and, my chachas, my mama, everyone's there to help me. By 2010, it was, right place at the right time. Because this Venomai species came, which was a bit more resistant to disease of white spot and all.
Do you know how it comes? It comes from New Jersey by flight.
Hawaii it comes from.
Hawaii
or Miami.
Then it lands in Chennai. Then quarantine, 2 days. Then our van from Gopalpur hatchery will go to the airport.
Bhubaneswar airport.
Collect the brooder stock wings, male and female. Those brooder stock will go to Gopalpur to the hatchery.
Next time chingudi khai lalko ta maa bapa American hela. Donald Trump ro chuagada khay mane.
So Venomai came and it saved the industry.
So Andhra was supplier and then simultaneously what happened was China got a disease wala early mortality syndrome. And that spread to Vietnam and Thailand. My suppliers, they are having bumper crop after bumper crop. They are giving me material on credit. They're like, sir, we don't care, just take the material. I know you will pay me back. I have my customers calling me, Aditya, why aren't you selling to me? You are selling to my customer, competitor.
Oh, because Odisha was the only place to hold India.
So everyone in India then, that was a boom time.
When am I boom?
Boom time, huh?
And 10, 11, 12 maybe.
Yeah, till 14, 15
And को peak turnover reach करला सेतेबेले.
So then group turnover 300 crores he jaitla.
Yeah, only your company was doing it. RAM was
Yeah,
doing
189 and all that. But then
all
Golden Anchor sabu misigi. Because by that time, Golden Anchor also, we built another hotel in Dhamra. So Dhamra also, daddy, another thing is he always has to have a construction project also. Some people have, like Winston Churchill, hobbies was bricklaying. He is just like making buildings, so I don't know why we got into real estate. So
We'll come on this. Real estate will save everyone.
engineering background.
so because engineering background.
I wanted he should be an engineer. He didn't.
I didn't become because I went to all boys school na. So mukali engineering school ratio dekhi ki I want to study.
No, he got admission in Manchester University. He didn't go. I pursued him. He said, no, I'll go to GW.
George Washington.
Then 2014 then what happened? Then what happened again? What problems happened with
So then, I think like it happens in any commodity upcycle and all that, a lot of the credit flow and all that happens industry-wide. That is more on the processing. Me, if I go to a bank, say I want to borrow 10 crores. The banker will give me 10 crores to build a factory. But that same 10 crores, I'll say, not 10 crores, they have more got a corporate farm paying. That he will say no, even though I will offer the same collateral. So what happens? You have processing overcapacity happening, and farmers farming only. So too many factories, too little raw material. So that's like, I think the current state of Odisha is right now that. Because of that, then there were some rejections and all that.
China ru or America ru?
America ru. Because
Mainly
mostly
antibiotic.
Antibiotic ru. I would say again, in my entire career, almost 19 till 2006 to 2020, I had seen only good times. Maybe I had seen stagnation for say 2016 to 19. I had never seen, back-to-back jhatkas, one after the other things going wrong.
Because you were focused on...
But then suddenly my Cuttack factory gets FDA alert, my Paradip factory gets FDA alert and all that.
What is FDA alert?
FDA alert, like Food and Drug Administration, they detected antibiotics.
How it happened, I'll tell you. These farmers are greedy, So hatchery suppose giving that pin size. Tako emane nahi ki to grow kariye na pond re, aeration and all this thing.
Kiye tanku
Ye
antibiotics
to
de
disease
dicho.
hala antibiotic de diyo.
So you can't check for antibiotics on the supply side. Jab supply asuchi.
We can, but if I'm receiving 20 tons a day.
Kete karibo.
So these are anyway some of the challenges, but what's done is done, and I think it's a good thing, because I could finally manage to again get out of it.
Kaun hila 2019-20 when am I boom? Kaun hila then? What was?
We personally after that we took it out. By 2023, we started paying off our loans and all because we took an active call that we'll simply manage the assets, And some of our factories, like our Cuttack factory, which is on the Bhubaneswar Cuttack highway, it's right next to Panda Cancer Hospital, Grand Bazaar. So it is like prime real estate. Anyway, I'm being surrounded by all these posh apartments. So it's a matter of time that they shut me down.
So you exited business in 2023?
Yeah. I mean, we haven't. We are still running the factories and all that, but I'm contract manufacturing. The art of being a good businessman is to be a good middleman. Trading re bhala paisa achi na. So now any business idea I have, I go trading kar de. Agar mu habutle ki जो माने भेक्टी माछर करिबी हना हैचरी करिबी तापे फार्म करिबी प्रोसेस करिबी तापे जांगी बेकिबी so there's a lot of people were Marwadi friends and Sindhi friends like you tell me like to aga 4 number hatter bulk re kede so big you find out the margin then you calculate backwards so I'm doing things that way now. So I've launched this new seafood company called Ayana Seafood. I'm a trader. My hypothesis is justified because Warren Buffett now he's investing in all these Japanese big trading companies like Mitsui, Sumitomo and all that.
So basically what I also understand is we lost the Venomai sector to Ecuador.
Yeah, first to Andhra Pradesh and then to Ecuador.
Okay, why to Andhra Pradesh? Ecuador I understand because the shipping charges would be less to America. Yeah, but why to Andhra Pradesh?
So Andhra Pradesh is also very interesting. Like why is Andhra Pradesh producing so much compared to Odisha? One to geographic, tankara Krishna Godavari delta achi. Then unique to Andhra Pradesh is the caste system. Tankara mane gote Raju community achi, gote A community achi. Sei community bhitare lending habo, so default rate is
less.
We restarted our feed financing business. Amaro 8 crores we had to write off. And we are one of the small guys. Everyone else had to write off 15, 20, 30 crores, because it's a genuine write-off also. The farmer says, sir, I have lost the money. What do you want me to do? You take my gaaro ghar ta nahi jao. So that is the thing. And why Ecuador one is they started doing
low stocking is one.
And in the 90s the jo white spot outbreak ta hala, they said like, okay, our approach is we will start a breeding program and we will breed for survival, whereas we guys did not have any kind of long term thinking. See, these Latin American countries, tankara mane pura industry ta 10 family intermarried for 3-4 generations, but choto farmer in Ecuador hala 200 acre 300 acre land reforms kebe bhi hai nahi. It's tough to compete with that kind of money and muscle.
Oh, okay. Everything they were doing was in bigger scale and maybe achieving economic of scale.
How ebe current Ecuador jodi April re president ta hejibo, he's from the banana industry and also from the shrimp industry. Our godfather hella RFK Junior. So tale mane it's good, dukan ban kar lo.
I think main is I was not involved in his operation, but my observation is that your COVID broke the supply chain. Suppose restaurant was a big outlet in US and EU countries. 2 years people didn't go to restaurants. So one chain is broken. People didn't visit the supermarket. This is my, he may differ, and I am not aware, but from my experience, once a chain is broken, then everything spins.
Is this the problem with everyone in the industry right now? Even the bigger one like Magnum and Falcon?
Yeah, I would say what I liked about his guidance was initially I was very resistant to it because, again, it is something I have developed on my own with his help and all. So when something goes bad, you're emotionally attached to it, things, right? But he showed me, listen, the first sign of a business going bad is when there's no cash flow being generated. Mane book gote dekha uchi profit kendu, every year you're increasing a loan size, you are going to factoring, you want hand loan here, there.
Yeah. True. So in our real estate, we say, real estate re ame kebebi loss karibunu, but we will fail because of the cash flow. Ame cash flow pe hi fail ho. Loss kebe hobo ni, profit bhi hobo, but that profit will not be as much. Cash flow will fail you.
So I was all dependent on US. So US dita jo ticket ta kati gala, so that had a huge impact, cascading impact on my cash flow. EU was like a lot more rigid compared to
US.
So that completely, screwed up my working capital for 2-3 years. So that really affects your thing. And for me to then shift gear to China and Vietnam, that also took time because I hadn't cultivated those China and Vietnam buyers.
Of course, because US one-sided.
China was a very bad paymaster. My time I was a big success because of Japan. Japan economy was so good. His time is different. His number of players are more. My time players were less. Only multinationals were there. And I was the Sadak chap.
So when he started, it'll be Britannia, Thapar Group,
ITC.
Odisha only Hindustan Liver Bitter, but
Union Carbide.
Union Carbide, only Trawlers there. And there was a Japanese company, Tayo, two factory on board. Ships were there in Paradip. They were catching, processing, everything there. Because they eat live prawn. And any animal.
So it'll be a live frozen. You get a good premium for that. You do it in Andhra, one company is doing from Kerala. So I think it's always good you play to your strengths. So if my strength is good relationship with customers, how to sell and all, it's best to be like a broker or an agent, right? Yeah. And what is my risk there? Yeah. Like right now with some customer, he's got 2-3 rejections. I'm completely sleeping fine. Because I like, maximum more kon hoba. Moro say container commission pade jo na. Kintu mujhe nije exporter hi thandi. Mane pura so because ekra to container feriba. Tape the meter is running in UK port. Meter then when it comes here, FSSI says tama pakhare certificate nahi. Meter starts running here also. You know. So,
my time ମାନେ very simple. ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କହିଲେ ମୋ ଟାଇମ୍ରେ 20 କୋଟିଟାକୁ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଅଫ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ସମସ୍ତ ପାଇଁ ଅଲ୍ ଓଭର୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ କରିଦେଲା 5 କୋଟି। ୟାର 55 କୋଟି ଟଙ୍କା ପ୍ୟାକିଂ କ୍ରେଡ଼ିଟ୍ରେ
ମୋର 34 crores.
लास्ट आउटस्टैंडिंग वाज 55 crores.
एक कोविड लोन में से ही
You to pay in full.
Money is money.
Thanks to Malia. Coal loan choda jibani.
Your total loss I have calculated. His total loss is more than 100 crores.
No, that is your kind of accounting.
55 Karnataka Bank. Feed business 15 crores. Anyway, I am not blaming you. Business it happens. Okay?
I've given you good tax write-offs, na?
How are you now getting into real estates and how are you monetizing your assets and everything?
So since during COVID itself, mane daddy ago tanga Audi gadi re I'm a farmer sticker lage ki bulutele mane kebi police pachas singa mo para chasi to se tara uncle iso e ki tash tanga 29 khela habo and you know again he needs to have a construction project. And we have around some 60 acres in Chandaga. So, but we hadn't put any boundary. Okay, since we've been owning it for almost 40 years now.
No, he knows everything.
He's been there a couple of times. So then some guy tried to encroach on 1 acre, saying that na apano jatu kinitele mu tankara dharmaputra. You know, here are the adoption papers.
Classic real estate problem.
Yeah, apparently we didn't know all this.
Welcome to real estate.
So he said, okay, start constructing a boundary wall and all. So then we said, okay, let's start having projects. So that is how we have launched this Suryo Green Village, the plotting project.
Yes.
And that's our first real estate project. Upcoming ones will be a bit more ambitious one, like the one in Cuttack. It'll be a high rise.
Already cleared by Cuttack Mahanagar Nigam.
We are getting all the approvals, hopefully within
I hope he'll do good in real estate.
Yeah, with your guidance, obviously.
Sure. I'm always there beside you.
So yeah, that is there. And the response in real estate has been good. And again, like any industry I go, I try to study a lot more. I try to see where I can find the innovations in it. So to the point, like even I've gotten into masonry.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I know.
Like I'm talking about rat trap bonds and Laurie Baker's architecture style.
Yeah. But right now we were discussing that you went for this project where we are using earth materials to build
traditional construction methods. But that will be for my own homes because I know most likely that I don't know if there's a demand for other people who want their houses like that.
But it'll come. The sustainability asibo. It's
My
not
advice,
the right time. Yeah.
If you buy land and do real estate, there is a chance of losing. First, with so much of landed property,
Yes.
with your own land, you will never lose. Cost of labor goes up every year. Cost of your basic sands you are buying last year 5,000, now it is 11,000.
Yes, and can go up to 20,000 in the
Cement and
monsoon.
steel it goes up. Chips also goes up. So everything, all building materials.
Sabu upward rachi.
So even if you make a core house and sit at home and sleep, and wake up after 2-3 years and say, I was telling it is multiplied 2-3 times. Every year, I think there is a 20% increase.
10% realistically, yes.
18%. Today, India,
But even then, I would say still cash flow planning karo.
No, I am not working, but I am still reading you.
Real estate is cash flow. Real estate, the thumb rule is कि आपनों को cash positive हवा पड़ीबो every month, every day, every hour. That will maintain the pace of the project and that will save the project.
I think any business
Yes.
is cash flow.
But very true for real estate.
Only one, like other North India, Haryana, Delhi, Punjab, or there the revenue law is very systematic because ମୋର ଯାହା experience because ମୋର ନିଜ ସୋରଟା ସେତେ ଗୁରୁଗାଁର କଲେକ୍ଟର ଥିଲା ନା DLF ଥିଲା ନା ସେଠିକାର ଆପଣ ରେଭିନ୍ୟୁ ଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ରେଭିନ୍ୟୁରେ ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ତା ବାପା 14 ପୁରୁଷର ନାଁ ପାଇଯିବେ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ କ'ଣଟା 40ଟା କି 50ଟା ରଜା ତାଙ୍କର ସେ ସୈନ୍ୟମାନେ ସବୁ ଯୁଦ୍ଧ କରିବାକୁ ଯିବେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ପଇସା ଦିଅନ୍ତିନି। କାହାର ଜମି କେଉଁଟା ଏ ତୁ ଏ ଦିକର ଚାଷ କର ଆଉ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯୁଦ୍ଧ ହେବ ତୁ ଯାଇକି ଯୁଦ୍ଧ କରିବୁ। ଆଉ ଏଠି ତ ନା ମୋଗଲମାନେ ପୋଷିପାରିଲେ ନା ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ବାଲା ବି ପୋଷିପାରିଲେ। ଆଉ ଏଠି ଯେଉଁ ଯେତିକି ଗଡ଼ଜାତରେ 100ଟା ଖଣ୍ଡେ ଗଡ଼ଜାତ ଅଛି, ମାନେ ରଜା ତ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ଜମିଦାର ଅଛନ୍ତି। ଆଉ ଏଇ ଜମିଦାର ଆବୋଲିସନ୍ ହେଲା 1952 ମସିହାରେ। ଆଉ ରେଭିନ୍ୟୁ ଲଟା ଓଡ଼ିଶା ଭଳିଆ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ କେଉଁଠି ନାହିଁ, କିଛି କାଗଜପତ୍ର କାହାରି ନାହିଁ, ଯିଏ ଯେଉଁଠି ପାରିଲା ସେଇଟା ହେଲା ତା ଜମି। ରାଜା ପାଖରେ ପଇସା ଧାର ନଥିଲା, ତେଣୁ ସେ କହିଲା ତୁ ଏଇଟା ଚାଷ କରିଥାକ, ଆଉ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯୁଦ୍ଧକୁ ଡାକିବି ତା ସାଥିରେ ଯୁଦ୍ଧ କରିବା। ଏଇଆ ଚାଲିଥିଲା ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ। ତେଣୁ ରେଭିନ୍ୟୁ ରେକର୍ଡ଼ରେ କିଛି ନାହିଁ। ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ବୋଲି ସରକାରୀ ଜମି, ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଗଲା ଖଟିବା ପାଇଁ କଲିକତାକୁ, ଏଠି ଦେଖିଲା ଚାଷ ହେଲାନି ବୋଲି, ସିଏ ଯଦି ସେଟଲମେଣ୍ଟରେ ନା ରହିଲା ତାହେଲେ ସେଇଟା ସରକାରୀ ଖାତାକୁ ପଳେଇବ। ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର ଗୋଟେ ଯେଉଁ ପଟିଆ ରଜା ଜାଣିଛ, ତାର ସେ ହାତ ଲେଖା ପଟା। କନିକା ରଜା ହାତରେ ଲେଖିଦେଇଥିଲା। ଜମିଦାର ଆବୋଲିସନ୍ ହେଲା କେବେ 1952 ମସିହାରେ। ଇଏ ଯେତେ ରଜା ଜମିଦାର ଥିଲେ ସେ ସବୁ ଧରୁଥିଲେ ଇଂରେଜ ବାଲା କାହାକୁ 2000 ଟଙ୍କାରେ, କାହାକୁ 15,000 ଟଙ୍କାରେ। ତ ମ୍ୟାକ୍ସିମମ୍ ଜମିଦାର ଦେଖିବ ବଙ୍ଗାଳୀ ଜମିଦାର। ଏ କନିକା ଫନିକା ଇଏ ଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡର ମୋର ଯେତିକି ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ, ତେଣୁ ଓଡ଼ିଶା ହେଲା ସବୁଠୁ ହରିବୁଲ୍ ଷ୍ଟେଟ୍ ଟୁ ଡୁ ରିଏଲ୍ ଏଷ୍ଟେଟ୍। ଆଉ ତାକୁ ତୁମେ ସେଥିରେ ସେ ହଜାରେ ସେ ଯେଉଁ ଲେଖନ୍ତି କ'ଣ ଲେଖା ହେଇଥାଏ, ପଟାରେ କ'ଣ ଲେଖା ହେଇଥାଏ, ଆଗରୁ ଥିଲା ଯେ ଜମିଦାର, ସେଠି ଲେଖା ହେଉଛି ଓଡ଼ିଶା ସରକାର। ଜମିର ମାଲିକ କିଏ? ଓଡ଼ିଶା ସରକାର। ଆଉ ଯିଏ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଜମିର ମାଲିକ, ସେ ପଟାରେ କ'ଣ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ? ପ୍ରଜା। ଦ ବେସିକ୍ ଲ ଇଜ୍ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଇୟର୍। ଆଗରୁ ସବୁ କାଗଜ ଯେତେବେଳେ ବ୍ୟବହାର ଥିଲା, ସେ ତାଳପତ୍ରରେ ସବୁ ପଟା ହେଉଥିଲା, ଯେମିତି ସେ ଜାତକ ଲେଖାଯାଏ। ଏପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସେମାନେ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଏତେଟା ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଗଲାଣି, ରେଭିନ୍ୟୁ ତାକୁ ସିମ୍ପ୍ଲିଫାଏ, ମାନେ ମୋର୍ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସପରେଣ୍ଟ, ସବୁଗୁଡ଼ା ଯେଉଁ ଭୁଲେକ୍ ଇଜ୍ ନଟ୍ ଆକ୍ସେପ୍ଟେଡ୍ ବାଇ ଦ କୋର୍ଟ ଟିଲ୍ ଟୁଡେ। Court will not allow. And that paper you take, there are so many things. दखल सत्य
चांदना सत्व, ये सत्व,
बेदखल खरीद सूत्रे कौन सब लिखिଛନ୍ତି।
सिक्किमिचा पट्टा।
ଆଉ ସେ ଯେଉଁ ତହସିଲ, ଆଉ ସବୁଠୁ ବିଗେଷ୍ଟ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ହେଲା ଦୁଇଟା ଲୋକ ସବୁଠୁ କମ୍ ଦରମା ପାଆନ୍ତି। ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ଥାନାର ସବ୍ ଇନ୍ସପେକ୍ଟର, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ତହସିଲଦାର। ସବ୍ ଇନ୍ସପେକ୍ଟର ପାଖରେ ଯେଉଁଟା ଇନଭେଷ୍ଟିଗେଟିଂ ଅଫିସର କି ଥାନା ଇନଚାର୍ଜ, ତାର ଯେଉଁ ପାୱାର ଡିଜି ପୋଲିସର ପାୱାର ଅଛି କି ତୁମକୁ ଜେଲରେ ପୁରେଇବ ମାନେ ପୁରେଇ ଦେବ। ତହସିଲଦାରର ଯେଉଁ ପାୱାର ଅଛି, କେଉଁ ଚିଫ୍ ସେକ୍ରେଟାରୀର ପାୱାର ଅଛି, ଆଉ ସବୁଠୁ କମ୍ ଦରମା ତାଙ୍କୁ। ହଁ, ତେଣୁ ସେମାନେ ଯାହା କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସରକାର ଚାଲିଛି। ଆଉ କ'ଣ ଓଡ଼ିଶା ସରକାର ଚାଲିଛି, ସବ୍ ଇନ୍ସପେକ୍ଟର ଆଉ ତହସିଲଦାର, ଏ ଚିଫ୍ ସେକ୍ରେଟାରୀ, ଇଏ ମନ୍ତ୍ରୀ ଏସବୁ କିଛି ନାହିଁ।
रेवेन्यू इज वेरी बॉच्ड अप। वो माने ओडिशा रे रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट रहे माने इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू इवन माने गोटे जमीटा आम छोट छोट जमी, बहुत छोट छोट जमी, ताकू गोटे कि गोटे 2 acres 3 acres पैच करिबा, इट विल टेक यू इयर्स। आउ जमीदारी सिस्टम
तो
was not rampant in
सरकार पाखे
Bhubaneswar।
जमी नहीं, भुवनेश्वर जगह अच्छी कि
ना
रियल इस्टेट कर कौन?
इट्स अ पेन। जमी गोटे इज अ पेन इन भुवनेश्वर एंड कटक।
आम जो एत जमी करथिला आम कंपनी सब, आमर मोर बालेश्वर एरिया आमर थिला जे सेठिका रिटायर्ड जे तहसीलदार थिला जेना बोली, सी थिला लैंड ऑफिसर। एठी भुवनेश्वर आ साउथ ओडिशा रे लैंड एक्विजिशन आम जो करूँ, गोटे रिटायर्ड एडीएम प्राय 10 वर्ष धरी लैंड ऑफिसर थिला, आ गोटे रिटायर्ड तहसीलदार बालेश्वर थिला। तथापि से जिते गुड़ा प्रोब्लेम अच्छे सिविल केस 100टा, केतेबेला से आरआर हो जाଉଛି, केतेबेला किए आसिले कौन चेंज कर दଉଛି। केतेबेला जानवी पट्टनायक सरकार आसिले से कहले जे एटा गोटे इंडस्ट्री, एक्वाकल्चरटा गोटे इंडस्ट्री। से इंडस्ट्री कला से धर चाषीठू तुम किच माने शारद ना पतित ये सब लिखाई था ओडिया रे। तो यूर रियल इस्टेट अच्छे ना, हाँ पतित लिखाई थो, शारद लिखो, एक फसली 2 फसली चाष जमी सेगुड़ा सब स्थितिवाद। किंतु से जो इनहेरिटेंस और से झील भाग तुम किणीदेल, सुप्रीम कोर्ट कहीदेला जे तुम 1991 जो झील मान भाग भी एका रपर। तो आउ 10टा केस झील भाग
जियानेश्वर इज अ मस्ट फॉर अस। माने इन रियल एस्टेट माने वी नो कि जदि 8-10टा जगह अच्छी 2-3 जन बाहर कि हाँ आम झील।
ये ओडिशार रेवेन्यू आईनटा एमती है, जी दखल अच्छी सी है मालिक। ये ओडिशा रे बर्तमान किए बिल्डर टाटा भी कर, आउ किए अच्छा आईटीसी कला कि ना
रियल एस्टेट
महेंद्र
ना गोदरेज अच्छी, बट भुवनेश्वर में नहीं। भुवनेश्वर में बिग ब्रांड कहले टाटा गोटे अच्छी,
टाटा गोटे रिपुल अच्छे से साड़ी वाला गोटे बॉम्बे गोटे साड़ी
विपुल। हाँ विपुल, बस दे डिड 2 प्रोजेक्ट्स एंड दे एग्जिटेड।
टाटा करछे एठी बोले।
हाँ टाटा इज डूइंग गुड एडी करे।
आ रियल एस्टेट टाको हमर कल्चरल आ पॉलिटिकल ସେମାନେ ମୋଷ୍ଟ ଅଫ୍ ଦି ହେଇଥିବ ପୁରୁଣା ବିଲ୍ଡର ମାନେ କ'ଣ ଖରାପ କାମ କରିଥିବେ କି ଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ଗ୍ରାବ୍ କରିଥିବେ କି ଇଏ କରିଥିବେ, ନାମ ବହୁତ ଖରାପ, ଏମାନେ ମାଫିଆ ବୋଲି କହୁଛନ୍ତି। ଏଠି ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଯିଏ ବିଜନେସ୍ କଲା ସେ ଆଇଦର ଭୂମି ମାଫିଆ, ନାଇଲେ ଖଣି ମାଫିଆ, ନାଇଲେ ଚିଙ୍ଗୁଡ଼ି ମାଫିଆ। ସେମାନେ ଭଲ ଲୋକ ନୁହନ୍ତି। ଏଠି ଯେଉଁମାନେ ପଇସା କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଖଣିବାଲା କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ସେମାନେ ହେଲେ ଖଣି ମାଫିଆ। ଆଉ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଚିଙ୍ଗୁଡ଼ି କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ହେଲେ ଚିଙ୍ଗୁଡ଼ି ମାଫିଆ। ଆଉ ଯିଏ ବିଲ୍ଡର ରିଏଲ ଇଷ୍ଟେଟ୍ ଜମି ମାଫିଆ।
So businessmen ସବୁବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ନେଗେଟିଭ ସାଇଡ୍ ଦେଖନ୍ତି। ବିଜନେସ୍ ଇଜ୍ ନଟ୍ ଏ ଗ୍ରେଟ୍ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟି। ମାନେ ଆମେ କେମିତି ଏକ୍ସପେକ୍ଟ କରିବୁ କି ଗୋଟେ ଆଜି ୟଙ୍ଗଷ୍ଟର ଗୋଟେ ନିଜ ଜବ୍ ଛାଡ଼ିକି ଆସିକି ବିଜନେସ୍ କରିବ?
ବଡ଼ କଷ୍ଟ।
ହଁ, ବହୁତ କଷ୍ଟ। କି ଇଫ୍ ୟୁ ଡୋଣ୍ଟ
ଆମ ବେଳେ ବେଶୀ କଷ୍ଟ ଥିଲା।
ହଁ, ଅଫ୍ କୋର୍ସ ଟ୍ରୁ।
ଏବେ ବହୁତ ସହଜ ହେଇଗଲାଣି। ଏବେ ବେଶୀ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସପରେଣ୍ଟ ହେଇଗଲାଣି। ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କସ୍ ଆର୍ ମୋର୍ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସପରେଣ୍ଟ, ଏଭରିବଡି ଇଜ୍ ମୋର୍ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସପରେଣ୍ଟ। ଏଠି ବି ରେଭିନ୍ୟୁ,
ଏବେ ଏଞ୍ଜେଲ ଫଣ୍ଡିଂ ଅଛି, ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟଅପ୍ ଫଣ୍ଡିଂ ଅଛି।
ଅବିକା ବିଜନେସମ୍ୟାନ୍ ପାଇଁ ଆମ ବେଳେ ଯାହା ଥିଲା କଷ୍ଟ, ଆମ ଭଳିଆ ଯେତେ କୁଇଲନ୍ରୁ ଟ୍ରଲର ଧରିକି ବାହାରୁଥିଲୁ ଚାକିରି ଛାଡ଼ିକି, ସେ କଷ୍ଟ ନାହିଁ। ମୋର ବି ଆଦିତ୍ୟକୁ କି ତୁମକୁ ବି ଆଡ଼ଭାଇଜ୍ ଆଜ୍ ଏ ବିଜନେସମ୍ୟାନ୍, ଏକ୍ସପୋର୍ଟ ଫେକ୍ସପୋର୍ଟ ଉପରେ ବେଶୀ ମାତ୍ରାରେ ଯଦି କରିବ ତାହେଲେ ଗୋଟେ ଫରେନ୍ ପାର୍ଟନରକୁ ତାକୁ ଇନଭେଷ୍ଟ କର, ଲୋକାଲ୍ ପାର୍ଟନର ହେଇକି ଜଏନ୍ କର। ଯଦି ମ୍ୟାନୁଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଚରିଂ କାରଣ ମୋର ମ୍ୟାନୁଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଚରିଂ ବହୁତ ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ। ଟିଭି କରିଛି, ସେ ମ୍ୟାନୁଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଚରିଂ, ଟେକ୍ସଟାଇଲ୍ କରିଛି। ଆଉ ସର୍ଭିସ୍ ସେକ୍ଟର ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ, କାହିଁକିନା ଆମର ଓଡ଼ିଶା ଲେବର ଯାଇ ବାହାରେ ଖଟୁଛନ୍ତି। ତ ହସ୍ପିଟାଲ ହେଲା, ଟୁରିଜିମ୍ ହେଲା, ହୋଟେଲ୍ସ, ଏସବୁରେ ଲସ୍ କରିବନି।
No, but every business has its own cycle.
And also, what might work for you might not work for me. What might not work for me might work for you.
ସଭା ଶେଷରେ ମୁଁ ଏତିକି କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି, ଭାଗ୍ୟରେ ଯାହା ଥିବ ଆଉ।
Business is luck. ସତ କଥା।
ଆଗେ ବାପ ପଇସା ତ ଚାଲିଗଲା 20-25 ବର୍ଷ। ତାପରେ ଆଗରୁ ଆମ ବେଳେ ସବୁ କହୁଥିଲେ 60 ବର୍ଷ, ମୋତେ ହେଲାଣି 77। ମୁଁ ଏପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଭାବୁଛି ଯେ ମୁଁ ବୁଢ଼ା ନୁହେଁ, ମୁଁ ଗଲ୍ଫ ଖେଳୁଛି, ତାସ୍ ଖେଳୁଛି, ଚାଲିଛି।
And getting into real estate also.
I am not there.
So wrapping this up, ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସେ ह्यूज एक्सपीरियंसଟା ଦେଖିକି and the problems you have faced in life, I have few questions in mind, few genuine questions in mind. ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ ଭାବୁଛୁ କି କି businesses are built on highs and businesses are built on great money and all, but what you have faced is a lot of downs also. I have two questions. One, how did you face it professionally, and what were the personal challenges?
So first I developed a thick skin against failure. So every failure you think that it's something you have learned. और सबूठू बेस्ट स्लोगन है लगे रहो मुन्ना भाई, तो लगे रहो, जो होगा देखा जाएगा। And both of you are very fortunate you have got foundation.
Yes, true.
So try to strengthen it. जितना ताला बनाना है बना लो, कोई जितने बने हो ना।
Personally, कितने difficult हुए for your family, from your group of friends, that empathy comes or not? कि
for a new entrepreneur startups, and let me talk about startups.
ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଲାଇଫରେ କହୁଛି, ଯେବେ ଡାଉନ୍ ହେଲା, ଯେବେ ସବୁ ମାନେ ଡିଫିକଲ୍ଟ ହେଲା,
Listen, I had never gone to Doon School like him or George Washington University like him. I had from Capital High School, then BJB College, then that Burla Engineering College. So for me, and I have how much the government was giving. That time I thought that in 76 that this money is not enough for me after marriage. So I resigned. So I have enjoyed myself. These things have happened, but I had enough properties to pay back the banks, this, that. So failure. You tell me, the people of Odisha, they like Biju Botnaik maximum. You tell me one industry is running today. He had made Kalinga Airlines. He has made Kalinga Tubes. He had made Chaudhara Textile.
Kalinga Refrigeration.
He was making the first person to make a refrigerator from kerosene. Those days, I think that Ali Raja has got one. He made from Chaudhara. Do you know how he started his business career? I'll tell you the story. Mohata was the commerce minister, Hare Krishna Mohata. He was the first man, but for independence movement, he has done a great job. When he was from the Royal Air Force, he was being sacked for treachery. But he was the freedom fighters he was shifting to here, and secret meeting he was organizing. And he was a real daredevil, very enterprising. So, but where from he got the money? Do you think that Royal Air Force money he had? He had also no money. And at what age he started business? He started business maybe 36 or 40. First thing was he was given the exclusively import right of Raleigh cycle. And again political backing. He was very close to Nehru and Indira Gandhi, both. Father and daughter. That's all.
Personal life से किसी challenges within your family, within your did they feel कि during the downs किसी difficult within your friend group?
Friend group तो nothing. Friend group and all these things. ଯେତେବେଳେ ସ୍କୁଲ ଆମେ ବସୁ ବେଞ୍ଚ ପଡ଼ିଥିବ ସେ ସଂସ୍କୃତ ପଣ୍ଡିତ ପାଠ ପଢ଼ୁ କି ମ୍ୟାଥ୍ ଟିଚର ପାଠ ପଢ଼ୁ କି ଇଂଲିଶ ଟିଚର ପାଠ ପଢ଼ୁ ଆମ କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ ହାଇସ୍କୁଲ କଥା କହୁଛୁ ସେ ସମୟରେ ଆମର ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯେତେ ବଦମାସି କି ଯେତେ କ୍ଲୋଜନେସ୍ ଯେତେ ଇଏ ଥାଏ ସେଇ ଗୋଟିଏ ଜିନିଷ ଲାଇଫରେ ରହିଯାଏ ମଲା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ
Your school friends.
କିନ୍ତୁ ସେଇ ଯେଉଁ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ମାନେ ଥାଆନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ କିଏ ଗୋଟେ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟର ହେଲା କିଏ ଡାକ୍ତର ହେଲା କିଏ ପିଏନ୍ ବି ହୁଏ ମାଟ୍ରିକ୍ ପାସ୍ ନକରି ମୋର ଗୋଟେ ସାଙ୍ଗ ସେ ତାର ସେ ଥରେ ଦେଖିବାକୁ ପିଏଚ୍ଡିରେ ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ପୋଷ୍ଟିଂ ହେଲି ସେ ଲାଇନ୍ସମ୍ୟାନ୍ ଅଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଗୋଟିଏ ଜିନିଷଟା ଲାଷ୍ଟ କରେ ଲାଇଫର ଶେଷ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସେ ଯେଉଁ ସ୍କୁଲ ଫ୍ରେଣ୍ଡସ୍
My second takeaway from the experience is anytime do you look back and say कि you lost focus maybe कि you should have been with prawn farming and not got into TV, textile, media and all.
I have diversified with good intention. Because I was a technocrat, so I was believing in technology. Engineer basically, or mechanical engineer. Seafood, when I got the money, one thing I'll tell you, this is a very practical thing I'll tell you. If you have money, you can have lot of ideas. If you have not money, first start thinking how to accumulate money first. तो आगे 100 कोटी टका थे तो भावियो जो 200 कोटी टका कमेबी बोली और 100 टका जब कोटी अच्छी तो you don't think you try to multiply it to 5 crores first. So without planning से जो कहूला cash flow but if you make a one project a repeated loss one by one so better to abandon. मु तो biggest mistake मु होची I should not encourage him in seafood business.
That's a hindsight of course you can see.
But experience ta kebe discount hi pari bani the experience you
knowledge
had,
and experience it is
never discounted. Yeah.
Maybe my experience also. When money is there, maintain a discipline in life. Don't be show off. Then your thought and ideas will change.
Discipline is very important. ସେଇ ଦିନ ମୁଁ ଆମ ଗୋଟେ ସାଙ୍ଗ ବସିକି କଥା ହେଉଥିଲୁ कि ମାନେ ଆମ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱରରେ 4 କୋଟି ଟଙ୍କାର ଅଟୋବାୟୋଗ୍ରାଫି ଆଣ୍ଡ ମେବ୍ୟାକ୍ ମର୍ସିଡିଜ୍ ଏମିତି କିଣି ଦେଉଛନ୍ତି ଅହମଦାବାଦରେ ଗୋଟେ ଲେନ୍ରେ 20ଟା ଲିଷ୍ଟେଡ୍ କମ୍ପାନୀ ଓନର୍ସ ରହୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଇନୋଭା ସମସ୍ତେ ଇନୋଭାରେ ବୁଲୁଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ଇଚ୍ କମ୍ପାନୀ ମଷ୍ଟ ବି ଲାଇକ୍ 2000 crore 100 crore 4000 crore 50 crore or maybe say 300 crore ସମସ୍ତେ ଇନୋଭା
Business one interesting thing that the sky is the limit. If you are sincere and discipline, sincerity, discipline is a must. Then also destiny is 50%, but these two things are also...
Luck, you always need luck. You always need destiny by your side.
Even if you are going through a bad period, so your lage raho policy is good. Don't get frustrated.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. That attitude.
We are making this podcast for the new age people, and what I see right now is when they see a 70-year-old or a 75-year-old and their 70s and 80s stories ki semiti leap of faith kartile and with nothing they got into business, they get so motivated.
No, I started with zero.
So basically, before ending, we have this section ki mu samasta ko bacha rahe ki if you want any real estate tips. But Aditya always call me for any real estate tip over phone. But I saw one thing I saw from your conversation, and I know you before. One thing I tell everyone: buy land. Land investment is the safest investment, right? And maybe gold. But what I have seen you from your story is always the land has been the savior.
Came to the rescue.
Yes, came to the rescue. So land always comes to the rescue.
Land रा biggest problem ମୁଁ କହିବି ଏବେ जोटा ଆମର problem होची एते गुडा land how to protect them.
It's a good problem to have, Kantu.
Yeah. People think real estate developers are land mafia, but I call Aditya land mafia. He has you guys have 2,000 to 2,500 acres still, I think, all over Odisha.
He is inheriting.
Of course. What made you keep buying land? What was it? Was a business decision or it was a savings decision?
It was first thing, Bhubaneswar, it is okay. It was not backyard integration. It is just okay, I have got money, why can't I have a farm? Like those concepts are that दिल्ली में जिसका बोलो मेरा फार्म है, वो भी दिखाना है ना, मेरा भी फार्म है.
And you have this lovely farmhouse.
40 years back, I bought at 10,000 rupees for when the water treatment was a speaker. He was the broker who arranged all the land. He's our chief editor now, Indian Olympic. He's 82 or 83.
So you always kept buying land.
It was most lands were for the backyard integration.
So most of the land bought was for farming. Like the first patch of 300 acres was in a place called Satbaya. So there we actually bought 100 acres of the sea. It's still underwater right now. If you want, I can give you 2 acres for this interview. Maybe 5 years down the line, because I told you I'm the lucky one. Na? कौन जो deep sea mining रे कौन uranium की कौन कोड़े भारी हो.
No, anything mining resources, it is not yours.
कौन कोड़े है जो Trump संगे deal कर दा. Then next was Dhamra, another 300 acres we bought. So it पूरा सिख है जाइतला. But it was our good luck that the port came there. Then further good luck was Adani bought that port. Because 2006, I remember, to settle the loan, we were thinking of selling that land at 3.5 lakhs per acre. Last offer we got was 40 lakhs per acre. And I think it can easily go up to 1 CR per acre now. And then here and there, Ganjam and all, you bought some land from us. Yeah. So, Chilika and everything. I think Bhubaneswar, as he mentioned, was primarily as investment purpose. But again, I would disagree though. I would say land, maybe some kind of plots or a plotted scheme. Again, not to sell my own, thing. That I think might be a good investment option.
Of course, land is always
But just like that land, first, the due diligence is so tough, Then to the security and all. So for the average retail investor, I don't think so. If you are a HNI with your own set of legal team and your security team to hold it, definitely go for
I
land.
had that.
Yeah, true.
2 retired officers were working for me. And
For all the land checks and everything.
they were the land officers those days.
Just to end this, if you have any message for somebody who wants to take a leap of faith and get into business from job, anything you want to say for somebody who's like 22, 23, 25 and want to leave a job and get into business?
Job market is very bad. Otherwise, so many Indians going to USA, and again, Trump is deporting them back. So it is better to stay in your own land, and whether you start a nursery school for the children, whether a service sector or it is a whatever, you have to start with a small thing. So many engineering colleges in Bhubaneswar. Boys and girls are coming out. Those who are disciplined and sincere want to make money, they are making it. 2 or 3 engineers are getting together. Okay, सबका will clean the water tank above this thing. They are making some organization that you have pest control. You start with small thing. Any service sector. Morning when I go for golf, the caddy, what are you doing? I am MBA. Why no, there is no job, sir. For that, to carry my bag, he gets 350 rupees. So scope of earning is plenty. But the dignity of labor, if any work like USA, they don't, while studying also, they don't mind working in a restaurant as a waitress or waiter or a barman. That culture has to come.
Anything you want to add, Aditya?
Mine, I use the framework that Jeff Bezos uses for his big decisions. It's called the regret minimization framework. So when faced with the decision, you take the choice so that you have the minimum regret. That is how I took an extra 10 crore loan during COVID times. It's another thing that I lost it, but I have no regrets about it because, I need to, move on with my life, that I did everything I could.
It didn't happen. Yeah, correct. I agree.
It didn't happen.
I agree.
You play the cards you're dealt with. Any young person listening to this and has even an idea that maybe I should become an entrepreneur, they should go for it. Because I don't want them to be stuck in a 9 to 5 and in their 40s or something and then think back to that moment in their 20s. Because that regret will live with them.
You and me, now in nearing 40s, I know it is a बहुत difficult age to start a business and to start a business from zero. The amount of effort you need. So it's better to start by 20, better to start by 22.
Because now we are unemployable. Even if we want, no one will hire us. Who will hire us?
No. In the sense, for us to start a business right now is much more difficult than it was in 22.
True.
And my advice is making money is not a bad thing, but make money in right way, pay your taxes, and never commit any fraud. If you lose honestly, now the laws has come. Previously in our time, when this Suryo Foods Limited, it was going to be auctioned by High Court, unless the government of India has not taken a decision for all. But now the insolvency clause is there. And what is the punishment? Only for 5 years, no bank will give you loan.
And maybe one thing I feel is to change this culture ki sabu successful businessman is a mafia. We have to change that perception.
Odisha public has to change it. Odisha politicians also. And Gujaratis are most better entrepreneurs than Marwadis. And better than Sindhis also.
Before we end this, we always give our guest a gift. Oh, wow. And surprisingly, it is not a hamper or something. It is mutton biryani from Hotel Marigold.
Good.
Yeah.
So I will not miss my bridge. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. जदि आपको भल लगिला लाइक करंतु सब्सक्राइब करंतु फ्रेंड्स मानक को देखांतु एंड स्पेशली कमेंट्स करंतु मु सब कमेंट्स को निजे रिप्लाई करे एंड इट इज वेरी मोटिवेटिंग फॉर मी एंड द होल टीम प्लीज सब्सक्राइब लाइक एंड शेयर द वीडियो